What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kitchen Court Cases. I every time I'm about to talk, that happens. I hope you guys had a great day today. I apologize on behalf of all of Canada for the smoke and bad air quality coming your way. Not much we could do about it. I apologize. Um, Tonight, you guys, we have our main event I will talk about in a moment. While we let some people trickle in, let's start out with a little video that I found that I think you'll like. It was interesting. So some of you may have seen it already, but probably not. So let's take a look at that and then we will get going. I would love to hear what you guys are having for dinner in the chat. I haven't decided yet. Probably have to make something. I have coffee. I even bought a Coca-Cola today because today's going to be a tough day. So as we continue, the chat. Not I just mean there. Anyways, okay, let's watch the thing and then we'll talk about it after.
The host muted everyone.
Good afternoon, Mr. Robinson. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's my understanding that you want to accept the plea offer, which is to dismiss one count of trespassing, and you'd be entering a guilty plea to one count of interference with an officer. It would be a 90-day jail sentence, and you would have credit for time served. No probation, no fines. It would be done with. Is that your understanding of the plea?
Yeah.
And did you have an opportunity to see the laminated blank plea petition they have at the jail?
Is it the attorney Dwight Alex?
Mr. Alexander is here, yes. But did you see that it's like laminated sheet of paper that they have there?
Yeah, it say what did it say? City of Kansas City planning.
Yes. Do you want are you wanting to accept the plea?
This right here.
Yes, yes. Mr. Robinson, are you wanting to accept the plea?
What is the plea again?
You'd plead to one count of interference with an officer. It has a 90-day jail sentence, but you have credit for time served.
Oh, yeah, okay. You said interference? Well, he came and picked me up out of my house.
I can't go into the facts right at this point.
It was a fireman.
Accept the police off do you want to accept the offer or not?
Yeah, but that wasn't a police, that was a fireman.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can bring up a copy of the summons.
I think by Go Chicken Go or the bus department or something.
Yeah, it looks like this allegation, it looks like
my brother Monty had
have occurred 8/1 to accept the plea or not.
6202 Arcadia.
Nope, it says it was alleged.
So do I got anybody waiting on me to pick me up, like my brother or anything?
I would have no idea. So, Mr. Robinson, do you want to accept the plea?
Yeah, I did 90 days here. I think actually more than 90 days.
You've been in since June 25th, so you have the credit for the time served. What I need an answer from you is whether or not you are accepting the plea.
Yeah.
Okay. One second. Okay, so I'm sentencing you to 90 days and you get credit for time, sir. If that's the only thing holding you, you will be released. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Robinson. We don't send any of the paperwork over until we talk to everybody in the docket, so it should be a few hours from now, okay?
Okay. So do I get to come back to okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you. You can give the headphones back to Mr. Doyle.
What? Wasn't that confusing? First of all, 90 days for what? Second of all, that just seemed unfair to me. He seemed confused. Ugh. Anyways, guys, that was the beginning. That was, sorry. I apologize. That was the beginning. That was just a little snippet. If you're just joining us, this is Kitchen Court Cases. We watch court in my kitchen. Tonight we have a TPO hearing, Temporary Protective Order hearing. If you're new here, there is a standard understanding that I think most people that watch court have, that temporary protective orders tend to contain serious subject matter and can be somewhat disturbing. I also am adding a specific trigger warning to this TPO broadcast because it contains multiple references to both domestic violence and sexual assault, amongst other troubling and concerning behaviors. And so what is first and foremost important to me with all of my friends and viewers is that you take care of yourself. If this is something that you don't like to see or you don't want to be around for, please. I've got other videos. There's about 1 billion other people on YouTube. You can feel no worries about having to step out. On the other hand, if you want to be here, even if you don't like it and you are getting angry or upset, you're more than welcome to stay. This is a great open chat. We disagree, we converse, but we're here for each other. So if you want to stay and listen, please do. I am showing this because I think it's important. And honestly, this is a tough one, but I think it's important. So with that warning said, we are going down to DeKalb County, Georgia for a temporary protective order hearing. The ex parte order, which is ex parte means it's issued without one party being there. So now this is the actual hearing. There is no reference to animals in this TPO. So that is good. Richard Harrison, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll post a little trigger warning and you know what I mean. I'll pin it at the top. What I need you guys to help me with is being a little understanding that there is some private information that's going to be put up on the screen. Lawyers just don't get it. But it's such a hassle. Anyways, Larry Beaver will be making appearances, building his beaver buffer dams. Oh, yay. Building his beaver buffer dam. So if you happen to see a Larry Beaver up on the screen, please know that is because there's something there that YouTube Daddy wouldn't want me to be showing. So you might see this pop in front of something. I love this, by the way. Richard Harrison made this so amazing. Look at this. Larry Beaver, folks. Okay, Rachel, thank you so much. Oh, a hot diggity dog from Rachel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. You guys are awesome. I do appreciate that. I have a funny feeling this is not a monetizable video just based on the subject matter, but a lot of the stuff we do is like that. It's the name of the game. That's not why I do it. I do it to hang out with y'all. So without further ado, we will get started. Like I said, the trigger warning exists. I will be having to pop in. Oh, so what I was going to say is I'm going to be using Larry Beaver to do the Beaver buffer, but what I need from you guys is I'm going to try and figure it out on the fly, basically. But I will read out the texts because I think they're important. Yeah. Okay. Let us get started without further ado. Also, guys, please check in for your shifts. I hate to have to remind everybody to clock in all the time. It's frustrating for me too. So just hit the like button and we don't have to worry about it. Okay? Thank you. I'm kidding. I love you guys so much. Y'all know that.
Okay, I see we have counsel for petitioner, we have petitioner, respondent, and an interpreter. Is there anyone else that's going to be appearing today?
Your Honor, my assistant or my intern that's working with my office would like to observe.
Okay.
So she may come in.
Okay. And but she's not logged on now.
She is probably in the waiting room, Judge.
Okay. Yeah, court has no objection to that.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, to both parties, I'm Judge Foxworth. This is DeKalb Superior Court, and purpose of the hearing today is to determine whether or not the ex parte protective order that was entered previously will be extended or continued for a period of up to 12 months. If an order is entered, the respondent will be required to attend the Family Violence Intervention Program. That is not optional. It is mandatory in all of our cases. So that is one thing that will occur. Sir, I understand that this case was continued once before so that you could obtain counsel, but you've not done so. So we're going to go forward today.
Can I say something?
About what?
I had such a hard time finding a lawyer in Georgia. As you know, I'm in the state of Texas.
I don't know where you are, sir.
Yes, but I had so much difficulty finding a lawyer, and I came across Jeffy Family Law, but he was not available today. So I humbly request you, if you can please give me continuance until next court date. I will really appreciate that.
Have you already paid money and retained this lawyer?
Yesterday, he sent me a payment link, but I had something was going on with this system, so the payment could not accept. So he asked me to get the continuance until the next court date. And I have one more request from you. If you can please give me enough time to collect all the evidence, that could be beneficial for me in this case. So I will really appreciate that, please.
The parties are currently married, is that correct?
Yes.
They're currently going through an annulment procedure, Judge.
Okay. But until that's done, they're still technically legally married, correct? All right. Sir, you were given a continuance. The law requires us to have these hearings within 30 days of the date in which the ex parte or temporary order was issued. So we're going forward with the hearing. You've not retained an attorney at this point. If you had retained one, that attorney, all they had to do was file a conflict letter if they were unavailable, and it would have been continued without problem. But we are going forward with it. We have the interpreter that has been requested, as I understand, primarily for document interpretation. Is that what I understand? That both parties actually speak English?
Yes, Judge. There is one exhibit that we will be proffering today that is an audio recording that is in Hindi. So the interpreter would really just be here for that limited purpose. And there's one question that's going to come up. Your Honor, these parties, I unfortunately am not counsel on the annulment. I'm not sure which judge they appeared before, but they, the respondent in this case was violating the protective order in court a couple of days ago by cursing my client out in Hindi. And so we also just had the interpreter here. That case was continued to be in person. Because of that, the judge in that case instructed the respondent to stop speaking with my client directly. He was doing that in front of the judge. And so they've actually now continued that case to be in person. And so the interpreter is here also in case there are any outbursts like that.
And that way, if that were to occur, then the judge can immediately incarcerate anyone who has outburst in the courtroom.
Exactly.
And
Can I speak, please?
About what?
Could you, Miss Aisha or Miss Namisha, can you please let the judge know what did I say to her? Well, what was the word that I used that you think that it was cursing?
Okay. I'm not rehashing something that happened in another court.
Okay. No, I just like
that's not going to happen, sir.
So the good news, guys, if you're just joining us, we are watching a TPO hearing. Oh, shoot. I need to write that trigger warning. This contains allegations of domestic violence and sexual assault. So please take care of yourself first and foremost. However, what I would love you to appreciate is this judge is like no nonsense, and I love it. First of all, I get why they need a continuance when a lawyer gets hired, but this is not acceptable. I'm so glad that the judge is like, no, you're not doing this again, because you're going to get to hear like this guy he's on, well, I'll let you decide. I will let you all decide, but let's just say I am so glad that we have Judge Foxworth here and not that weirdo that was just in time served, letting everyone railroad each other. I'm the one that railroads people around here because I have the mute and the pause button. Yes, med check, med check, med check, check. That means take your meds if you take meds. If you don't take meds, come tell us what that's like in the chat. Also, if you're new here, you'll notice a lot of stuff going on in the chat. If you're not interested in Streamlabs and all the games and fun that people are having, that's okay. You can just go ahead and block Streamlabs, and he will cry about it later, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. So just to be clear, we have the judge in the top left, we have the petitioner in the middle, and then the respondent at the right-hand side here. That's where most of our action is going to be. He doesn't understand what's going on. He is a 333 all the way through, and yeah, we'll have to make up another one for him. He's a bad big D. Let's say that. I don't want to sully. Is that the right word? Big D, but we might have to use it here. Anyways, we will continue.
I'm just telling you, if we have any outbursts in this courtroom, then I can at least order the sheriff to detain you the next time you're here.
Okay.
So I do not expect to have any outbursts by anyone. We're going to handle all of this in a quiet and civil fashion.
Okay.
And I want to emphasize, I know that the petition that was filed in this case had a very lengthy attachment, much of which gave maybe the history of the parties and how they got to where they are now. I do not need a lot of history. That could be summed up in about 3 minutes, perhaps. And if the parties will get to the heart of the matter as far as only the allegations of violence, harassment, etc., that may have been alleged in the petition, that is all we can hear. I cannot hear anything that's not included in the petition, but I want to try and condense whatever's in the petition to the major points. Counsel, I know she filed this pro se, so I'm assuming that you know what to condense and what's important for this court to hear.
Yes.
For due process, we can't bring up anything else that may have occurred between the parties if it's not in the petition, and that is for the protection of the respondent who is here only to defend against what has been alleged.
Absolutely.
That's all he has notice of. So All right. Let's see. Petitioner has the burden of proof, so you may go ahead and proceed.
Wonderful, Judge.
I'm sorry, but it's not fair for you it's not really fair on my end that you are giving her the 12 months or whatever, because all
Sir,
yes.
have you heard me say I'm giving anybody a 12-month order?
Okay.
I told you what the purpose of the hearing was.
Okay.
I may or may not issue it. I do not know what the facts are going to be or what the petitioner is able to prove. What I said is the petitioner has the burden of proof. If they do not meet that burden of proof by a preponderance of the evidence, then I cannot grant the order. If they meet that burden, I will grant the order. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Don't interrupt again, please.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Robin.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to present my client, Ms. Namisha Lalani, as the first witness in this case. Ms. Lalani, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
It's the whole truth.
Wonderful.
You may need to get a little closer to your microphone. We can barely hear you.
Yes, it is the whole truth.
Okay, that's a little better. Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now you are Namisha Lalani, is that correct?
Yes.
And you are in a relationship with Mr. Atiq Savani, is that correct?
Yes.
And you have filed a petition for a protective order through this court, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We are, as the judge said, there's a lot that has happened in this case, and we're really going to limit your testimony to the reason why you filed this protective order. So I'm going to ask you some questions about that. Can you please tell the court why you filed for this protective order?
There are several incidences. He threatened me to kill, he threatened me to kidnap, and then he told me that he will upload all my nude photos, videos, and our sex tape on the internet, and he will send it to people, which he did in the month of March, April, and May.
Okay. So I'm going to break down everything that you just.
That escalated very quickly. Oh my goodness. We have to be thankful, really. So few people are so straight to the point.
Said into individual things. So you first said that he has threatened, Mr. Savani has threatened to kill you. Is
Yes,
that
by grabbing my neck on 22nd March. I couldn't breathe.
So he choked you on March 22nd. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now he also has posted pictures of you dead. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm referring, I don't know if you want us to share screen or do you want
if you will just, I apologize for not mentioning this since I'm live hearings, but if you have any documents, pictures, evidence, whatever, filed with the court, if you'll please identify what you wish the court to see, and Ms. Broom from Superior Court will pull that up.
Okay, wonderful. I'm looking at Exhibit 1, Lalani, what is labeled as Lalani Exhibit 1.
I'm just pulling it off for a second until I make sure what she's pulling up, and then I will.
While that's being pulled up, Ms. Lalani, just to go ahead and move forward while that's being put up on the screen. Can you are familiar with a picture that was posted on Instagram as you as a dead person? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell the court, describe that picture for the court?
I was dead. I had a graveyard, and on the graveyard I had my name, Namisha Salim Lalani, and as a gold digger, and there was a stick on my inappropriate place, and I was dead. And he uploaded that from his own Instagram account.
Okay. And how did that picture make you feel?
I was threatened. I thought I'm not safe anywhere. This man will just come and kill me. I will die. He will kill me.
So it actually shows a photo of you in a grave.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I do apologize. You said it's labeled Exhibit 1?
Lalani Exhibit 1. Yes, ma'am. If it's easier, I'm happy to share screen. I have all the exhibits in order on my end.
They won't allow that.
Sure.
Yeah. So what you're going to find here is, first of all, this
Would
guy
it
is
have been the
no
only,
Richard Harrison when it comes to
picture,
pictures.
filed as Exhibit 1?
There's a couple of it's a couple pages long, the PDF.
Okay.
But they're all labeled as Lalani Exhibit 1.
Okay. I see one that's labeled Exhibit 1 through 100.
Don't forget, it also said gold digger. I meant it. This guy is no Richard Harrison when it comes to images. This guy is a
Just
I think it's that one, Ms. Brown. I'm looking at it too, 1
Okay.
through 100. I don't think it's that one. Because it would have been the first page.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's nothing on the front.
These are the emails that I sent yesterday. My client, when she was
Yesterday.
pro se,
Okay.
she had sent many emails to the court, and as
Okay.
the judge
Okay, so you sent it yesterday. Let me go to yesterday.
yes.
Are you going to use any of the exhibits that were filed back in May?
No.
Okay, I see it. I think this will be it, Judge. One moment. Thank you, Ms. George.
Yes, that's it. Thank you so much. Is that the photo that you are referring to, Namisha?
Yes, ma'am.
And is Namisha _Lalani _Salim _Atik, is that your husband's account?
Yes, it is.
And is that a photo that you took as a screenshot on your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you the only person that has control over your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you don't mind scrolling to the, yes, exactly, page 3. Okay, this is another photo that we are proffering as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. What is this a picture of, Ms. Lalani?
This is a scar on my hand which he gave me
Okay,
after my engagement in January. So engagement happened on 22nd January, and after 3 days, around 25th January, he grabbed my hand with his nails inside and he scratched me very deeply. And he threw me and he went, saying that he was looking at my old messages on my phone, which was 2 years, 3 years back, which was the normal chat with the men. And he just reacted on that I don't want to be with me. He doesn't want to be with me, and he threw me and he left. And then after that, he came back begging and saying, sorry, please, I won't do this again.
okay. And that scar, you still have that today?
I still have.
Okay. So almost 6 months later, that's a scar that you still have from that incident that happened in January. Now, you've also testified, and I'm looking at Plaintiff's Exhibit 2, Ms. Broom, just so you have it. You've also testified that he has threatened beyond actually physically hurting you. So he has choked you, he has scratched you. He also has verbally threatened to hurt you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. There is a text message, if you can pull up Plaintiff's Lalani Exhibit 2.
Is that one you sent in on yesterday?
Yes, all of the ones that I will be referring to are sent yesterday. They're just in a couple of emails because of the size of the files.
Well, let me ask too, that Lalani Exhibit 1 looked like a multi-page document or multi-page.
Yeah.
You only use the first and third pictures, is that correct?
Correct, Joshua. Where they're just repeats of the same. The second page and the fourth page are just
Okay.
It's Judge, and we are proffering that as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1.
All right. Any objections, sir?
Yes, I have an objection.
What is the objection? The legal objection.
The purpose of putting that picture was not to threaten her. Otherwise,
Okay, I didn't ask. Sorry, I didn't ask for commentary.
okay.
I'm asking, is there a legal reason that I need to keep it out?
She promised to get married on the March 25th. It's a community religious marriage that we were supposed to do. She took $75,000 worth of items, clothing.
Sir,
Yes.
you haven't even been sworn in. None of this is acceptable.
Okay, so what
terms of
response do I need to give you? I'm a little confused here.
Okay, well,
I have an objection with their evidence that
I know you have an objection to what the meaning of the documents are, but that's not a legal objection. Do you have an objection to the form or to the presentation of the evidence as far as the legal manner in which it was presented to the court,
Yes,
whether you agree with it or not?
yes, I have an objection.
And what is that?
That I mean, that they provided the photo that they provided, it was posted by me, but the scar, it's not given by me. That's not true.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you for admitting that. That's excellent work. You are off to a wonderful start, sir. I'm just thankful for Judge Foxworth. Oh, he is an arbitrary hubris. This this does not go well for him. And I love that her lawyer is able to, be able to protect her, and pull and stand up to him in front of, for her, because, you're going to hear some things that are horrible. And this guy's just an absolute baby bitch boy. Hi, Donna. Thank you so much. Thank you, Orlando Chiquita. Let's continue, guys. Also, clock in for your shifts, please.
I never choked her. I never.
All right, sir. Be quiet, please. Oh, yeah. Okay, you have not been sworn. You're testifying out of turn.
Okay.
That's not allowed. Okay.
So can I swear now?
The items are admitted over objection. Proceed.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you want me to go to number 2?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Just for efficiency, really quickly, Ms. Lalani, before this 312 number 826-6051, whose phone number is that?
It's Atik Savani's.
Okay, and this is a message that was received by you on your phone, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, if you can scroll down to the second text message here. Nope, then I'm sorry, to the next page. This is a stream of messages. A little bit more. Okay, here we go. This last message that's on the page right now, can you read that out for the court?
Because now that I don't love you, I would break your arm and give it in your other arm.
Okay, so when you say that he has threatened to hurt you, is that one of the instances that you are referring to?
Yes.
And when did you receive this message? Do you recall? Pardon me?
In May, in the month of May.
May of 2023.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to proffer that as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2.
All right. Any objections, sir? Any legal objection?
Yes.
What is your legal objection? Not your commentary on the facts.
See, this is why I need to hire a lawyer, because the thing
This is why perhaps you should have hired one, but
I did, but it was a short amount of time, and
Okay.
I live instead of Texas, and I called like hundreds of lawyers, and it was not possible.
Okay.
Nobody will return my call except few, and then it was and the person who I was thinking of hiring, for this case was not available today.
Okay.
So I do have an objection, of course, but I don't want to say something wrong and then it goes against me. That's why I request you to please give me another court date.
Sir, I explained the law requires us to have these hearings within 30 days. I don't know what date you were served with the petition and the ex parte order, but you have had since that date. I realize it's difficult because of geography.
But it hasn't been. Sorry.
There are 45,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia now, unfortunately. That's a lot of lawyers, but there's a lot of them. I know you may have called 100 of them, but the law says we have this hearing within 30 days. So we're here. We got to have it. Yes, sir.
It hasn't been 30 days since I have been served.
No, but we don't have another court date that's going to fall within that 30 days. It's 30 days from the date of filing, not the date on which you were served. The law is in black that is firm, is to be done then.
Okay.
Unless continued by consent. I don't know if opposing counsel agreed to continue it last time for you to get a lawyer, but whatever judge heard it gave you that opportunity, and we're here today. So we're going forward.
Thank you, Judge.
We're not stopping in mid hearing here. Yes, sir.
I need a interpreter myself. Is it possible?
Interpreter for what? For English to Hindi?
Yeah, so they can explain me a few of the things, like something that I don't understand, so they can explain me in a different language. I speak Kutchi language.
You speak what?
Kutchi.
Kutchi. It's
Okay.
one of the, it is one of the Indian.
Okay. And Madam interpreter, are you capable of interpreting in that dialect?
Yes.
Okay.
I know it. I know it. Most probably I will be able to.
Sir, how long have you lived in the United States?
For about 25 years.
Okay. Did you attend school here in the United States?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you go to school?
Sen High School.
Okay. Did you go to college anywhere?
Truman College.
Okay. You graduated from both high school and college?
High school, but not the college.
Okay. And all your classes were taught in English?
Yes.
Okay, then why do you need an interpreter?
Because the way that you're saying to give a legal reasons, so I like to understand what does that mean exactly. What do you mean by legal terms?
The interpreter is only going to interpret what I say, even if I were to allow the interpreter to proceed.
Okay.
They're not going to go off and explain anything else.
Okay.
An objection to an exhibit. I'm going to give you a general overview.
Okay.
An objection to an exhibit must be based on whether or not it was presented to the court properly, whether or not they have laid a proper foundation to present it. And that's basically the format. When it comes before the court, they testify about it. She asks questions about it. And if I feel that there's a proper basis has been presented to the court, then I admit it. If it has not been a proper foundation laid, then I don't admit it, or they can go back and cure it by laying a more proper foundation. That's all it is. I'm going to assume that any document that they present, you're not going to like.
Okay.
That's the nature of an adversarial hearing.
Okay.
Adversarial means I hear from both sides, and you're going to have your opportunity to present your evidence. You're going to have your opportunity to rebut anything that they have presented to the court.
Okay.
This is just a matter of, did they present the document with a proper legal foundation, and then I accept it or I don't accept it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a question. Is it a way that I can read the text messages from the beginning, because they're hiding the top part from you and just showing you the part where it says, because now I don't love you, I will break your arm. And I said it as of self-defense. Because
sir, if there's any document, get you a pencil and paper.
Yes.
And if there's any document that they present that you think has more information on it that's to your benefit, when it's your turn, you can pull those back up. You can tell them, our clerk will pull them up. Okay.
Is it okay if I take a picture of it, or it's not allowed?
No.
Of that document.
A pencil and paper. It's listed as Lalani Exhibit 2.
Okay.
The previous one was Lalani Exhibit 1.
Okay. Understood.
That's how the court can find them.
Exhibit 1 was the one with the arm, right?
The pictures.
The scar.
The grave and the arm.
Okay. The scar.
So if you need to go back to them when it's your turn, you can do so. You can use their exhibits. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And that's all the legal advice I can give. I'm not trying to advise. I'm just telling you what your rights are.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Rahman, please proceed. It's admitted over objection.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, Ms. Lalani, just to are you still okay there? You disappeared on my screen for a second. Before we move on to some of the other allegations that you've said of the abuse that you have suffered from this gentleman.
Oh,
I'd
Monica,
like to
thank
just
you
go
so
ahead and review. So
much.
you've talked about physical abuse, both actual physical abuse and threats of physical abuse. You've also talked about the threat of killing you. But you did testify about two things that you didn't give any detail on. One of them is a choking incident. Can you give me the date of when that occurred?
So it happened twice, on 22nd February and 22nd March. On 22nd February, he took my passport, he kept it with him. He told me if I don't marry him, he will kill me or he will kidnap me. And if somehow I get away from him, he will put my nude videos and photos, which he has. So that time also he grabbed my neck in the car.
And then tell me about the incident that happened on March 22nd.
On 22nd March, he told me that he will kill me if I didn't wanted to marry him since 22nd February. He told me to act all good and happy in the video and photos, or else he will tear my passport off, he will kill me, he'll kidnap me. And then on 22nd March, when I said, no, just go out of my house, just leave from here, he kept staying there whole night. He stayed there. I yelled, I called my mom, my brother was at his friend's place. I called him and he came running here. That day also on 22nd March, he gave me a real hard time from leaving from my apartment. That time also he grabbed my neck. But that time I was safe. I was with my mom and bro and I called my community people so I could get away from him. So that was the safest time to push him away at my apartment here. Okay. When he gave me this car, we were sitting here together and in this room right there, he did all that.
Okay.
Forced me to rape.
Now, there was also in your petition, and I know that this is a little difficult to talk about, so take your time if you need to, but you talked about several incidents of rape in your petition. Can you tell the court about what happened?
So first time he raped me was in January after our engagement when I told him about my past. So he opened his pants, he raped me to check my virginity. And then after that, he raped me on 20th March, 21st March, 22nd March, repeatedly. On 22nd March, I fought back him and I asked, I somehow pushed him out of my apartment.
Okay. And are you seeking any treatment for those incidents?
Yes, I am. I'm going through a lot of depression and I'm going to a therapist.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to move on to, there's 3 exhibits, exhibit 3, 4, and 5. They're all related to the same issue. So I'm going to, again, just to be efficient, I'm going to kind of run through them. You have repeatedly mentioned that every time Mr. Savani threatened you, he would say, if you don't do this, I'm going to publish your nude photos and nude videos. That was something that happened many, many times. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in fact, he has done that. Is that not true?
He has done that. And with 3 Instagram accounts, I have sent you the profile URL. You can go right now and check on the Instagram. He has wrote all the bad things and he's ready. If this man doesn't get TPO, he's going to just do that right away. He's going to put all my nude photos, sex tape, everything on those 3 Instagram accounts. And he also told me that he will sell my nude videos, photos, and our sex tape and make money out of it. On 22nd March while leaving, he's like, bitch, wait now, I will sell your sex tape and buy a new BMW. And which he did. So that's
I'm gonna get to that.
Let's remember that for bitch boy. Sorry, that's what I feel like calling him. Let's just remember that. All his puffery. And I don't need to tell the people in this chat because they are real men. But maybe for somebody that's watching that doesn't understand, none of that makes you powerful or anything other than a coward and a bitch. And I'm so proud of her for being able to say something and come forward. You know what else is good, guys? She's done this in enough time for an annulment. She doesn't even have to get a divorce. She's looking for an annulment. This is not the annulment hearing. She's already had that, which, remember, he was alleged to have in open court swore at her. Again, I am ultra upset with this dude to begin with, but if you're just joining us, this is a TPO hearing. It's heavy, but it's important that we deal with it and listen to it. And I appreciate you all being here. If you can clock in for your shifts by hitting that like or the dislike button, whichever you prefer, that'd be great. I'm going to have to do a little bit of live editing here when they pop up with some of these documents. And when my headband pops off. Okay, but let's continue. Also, I love this judge. I just love him.
That. So can we pull up Lalani Exhibit 3, please? Okay, let's scroll down to the message that's highlighted, if you don't mind. Okay. Ms. Lalani, I've highlighted the message that I want you to focus on. Can you please read? First, let me establish the foundation. Is this a message that you received from your husband?
Yes, I did.
Is this a message that you received on WhatsApp?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, was that a primary form of communication between the two of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, can you please read the messages that he sent to you?
I need to speak to you on the phone. I'll put your nude videos on sex channels and photos and to everyone in Jamaat Khana, Nagpur Jamaat Khana. Also send to everyone I know in Atlanta, JK. JK stands for Jamaat Khana. Also show council people your real face and flirts with Vinay.
Okay. Now, just to clarify for the court, in case the court does not know, Jamaat Khana is a religious, it's where you go to worship. Is that correct?
Yes, it's my community. It's my prayer hall.
Your prayer hall. Okay. So what is in Nagpur? Is that where you're from?
It's my city in India.
Okay. And then the Atlanta Jamaat Khana is the community, the mosque that you belong to now.
Yes.
Okay. And did he make good on this threat? Like I said, did he actually publish these photos to the Jamaat Khana?
He did send all my relatives, my aunt, my brother, my mom, my sister, my cousins, people in India and Atlanta, so many people, my friends on Instagram, in Atlanta and everywhere.
Okay. Thank you. And do you remember the date around which this message?
I can't pause it. I need to pause it. I need to talk.
Yes,
I need to say something. Why is that not working?
In the month of March, between 25th March to 10th April.
Okay, thank you.
Here's what I'm going to say. I am not dumb. I don't even, when people talk about, oh, don't ever take naked pictures of yourself, that's the only way to keep yourself safe, that's not reasonable, and it's not a good premise to take. When you have been privileged with somebody giving you the luck of seeing their nude photos, you need to go ahead and check yourself before you post them. And also, ladies, gentlemen, whoever is out there, if somebody ever does that to you, I want you to hold your head high and never, ever feel ashamed of that. Okay? The person that has a problem there is them, not you. You're not dirty for taking pictures. You're not dirty for sharing them with somebody that you wanted to share them with. And you aren't dirty because you had a bad choice in a person. Okay? The person who would do that to hurt somebody else is the person that should be ashamed. If ever in your life you receive blackmail photos like that from somebody, please remember to reach out in disgust to the person who sent them and not to the person who they are of, because that is the issue. Okay. Again, he's a horrible Photoshopper, but oh man, I can't even say that because it's not a good idea. But somebody who isn't me and who wouldn't, I mean, if, well, whatever. I mean, there's something to be said about Photoshopping people's faces on stuff.
All right, I would like to proffer that as Plaintiff's Exhibit 3, Judge.
All right, Mr. Have any legal objection to tendering of this evidence?
Yes.
And what is your objection?
Objection is that I mean, you said not to give any comments, so
right, you're not to talk about the facts. The question is whether or not they have presented it to the court in the legal fashion, laid a foundation as to where it came from, when it came in, who it was from, who it was to, that sort of thing.
Okay, no, I did send those messages, and I do have a objection because that's okay. I do have an objection. I don't know what else to say. But okay. Maybe when my turn comes, then I can.
Yeah. Okay. Admitted over objection.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge. All right. If we can pull up Lalani Exhibit 4. It seems that Mr. Savani is stipulating that these messages were sent. So I'll try to run through them quickly, Judge. Can you go to the third page of this exhibit, please? Okay, right here, right? I'm sorry, right there at the beginning. Okay. Again, Ms. Lalani, are you familiar with this stream of messages that are also on WhatsApp?
Yes, ma'am.
This is also a conversation between you and your...
Let's read the little bitch boy. Homie, please. I really don't want to share your videos and pics, but if I get upset, I would. That's not his voice. I'm trying to do a nasty voice for him. I don't know. I'm giving you last chance. I will send to everyone you know in Atlanta and Nagpur. Listen, dude, I am a computer tech. Don't change WhatsApp settings on me. Oh, if you're a computer tech, then why would it matter if she changed the WhatsApp settings, dude? Oh my God.
In Mr. Savani, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in these messages, again, he's threatening the same thing that he was threatening before, that I really don't want to share your videos and pics, but if I get upset, I would. I'm giving you a last chance. I will send it to everyone you know in Atlanta and Nagpur, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then if you scroll down a bit, he continues to say that he's a computer tech and he knows WhatsApp settings. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is your understanding that he is very computer savvy?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, the evidence points against that, just based on, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but his Photoshop abilities, I might be, maybe not, I don't know. I think he's pathetic all around, but I just think I haven't seen any computer abilities yet. I've seen a lot of baby bitching abilities, but not a lot of computer abilities. And let's remember, I want you guys to remember the Beamer. Was it a BMW? Yeah, a BMW he's going to buy with all the sex tape money. I don't know if he understands, but the market is very saturated, sir. I'm not sure if you think what you think is going to happen, but you guys aren't Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton.
Again, how did you feel when you received these messages?
I was so threatened. I was like, I just felt harassed and threatened, and I felt nowhere to go. All my respect, everything is gone. All my reputation, my career, everything is finished. I felt dead inside. I felt threatened, very threatened.
Okay. And were these messages sent around the same dates again between the end of March and early April?
Yes, continuously. There were around 3,000 messages sent, and I'm just putting only few of them because there is not more time. And every second, this man has called me. Every second, this man has threatened me, texted me. And
Thank you. If we can pull up Lalani Exhibit 5. This is the last exhibit that we're going to present on this issue, Ms. Lalani. Again, while it's being pulled up, there was one other message where he also says that he is going to post your videos. And if you can scroll down a little bit, right there. Search your name in 2 hours on Google. Your photos and videos will come up on page 1. And have you looked on Google? Have you Googled your name? Have you seen these videos online?
Yes, he did on the Instagram. He did, and he sent it to people on WhatsApp every day. I went to the cybercrime branch in Nagpur, but they sent me back to USA because this man is here. So any action couldn't be taken there. So yes, when I searched, it came on Instagram.
Okay. And
So
that is,
I apologize. I misunderstood what you, or didn't quite understand what you were saying about cyber crimes. What did you say?
I went to the cybercrime branch. After getting all this, I went to the cybercrime branch in Nagpur in my country, India. They told me that they cannot take any action from here because he is in USA. So they asked me to come back to America.
and you have reported these cyber crimes to law enforcement here in the United States. Is that correct? Yes. There's currently, I believe, 3 criminal cases pending against Mr. Savani on these issues.
There are reports on him, which is going on. Detective Hardy is on it.
Wonderful. Okay, I'd like to proffer Plaintiff's Exhibit 4 and 5.
Okay. Any legal objection, sir?
Yes.
And what is that objection?
The objection is that, you know, I disagree with what she said, because I did say, when it comes to, when I swear, then I'm going to go ahead and tell you, because I do have an objection. Let's move forward if you can, please.
Okay, admitted over objection.
Okay, Ms. Kalani, the last line of questioning that I have for you is actually regarding violations of the ex parte order. Okay. Now, this order was entered on May 11th. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it is your understanding that Mr. Savani was served around May 22nd. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, he has, before we show the exhibits to the court, is it your testimony today that Mr. Savani has violated the ex parte protective order?
Yes, many times.
Okay. Briefly tell the court about the many times that he has violated the order.
He has emailed me. He has sent me a voice message, voice audio recording through a third party on 25th May in the morning, at midnight, at 3 a.m. in the morning, at 4 a.m. I woke up shivering to those recording, 2 long 3 hours recording, which we cut it short and put it where he's saying, tell that bitch, Namisha, tell that bitch, to my gym trainer who was in India, with whom I'm not at all connected in any way. And he has also threatened me by sending me on 28th May, which is after TPO, he has sent me a video, and most probably that was my nude video, which he was threatening me. And then when I opened it, he suddenly deleted it, and his DP could be seen with his new BMW, which like I was totally harassed and threatened. And I just remember those words on 22nd March, when he said, I will sell that sex tape, which I took after the marriage, and I will put it on the internet, and I'll buy a BMW from millions of dollars. I can earn millions from it, you bitch. Like that. These were his words on 22nd March.
Okay. So, and then there was one other, and I'm going to show the evidence of this, but there was one other violation that I mentioned to the court earlier, and that is just last week at your annulment hearing. Can you tell the court what happened in a DeKalb County court?
So this is the bracelet my aunt gave me. She's from a Hindu religion. This is my belief. And he's been sending me emails, everything, thinking that some man has gifted me, which is totally wrong. Another thing, he, in between the hearing, he just says Hanuman Bhakt loudly. So he says Hanuman is a god and Bhakt is so he used to call me Hanuman Bhakt. while on 22nd February or while on the 22nd March, when he did all these things wrong, he also asked me to not to follow my belief. So he was threatening me. That's his ways of threatening me as a Hanuman Bhakt. And then when I told the judge that, see, these are his ways of threatening me. So the judge said that, what did you say? And then he started saying, I am Hanuman Bhakt, and defending himself. So judge stopped me. And then he said, stop lying to. He started talking to me. So that's a violation. It's a recording.
Okay, sorry. I'm just going to pause. Just to be clear, the violation was that he was speaking with you directly when he is not allowed.
Saying stop lying and all that.
Okay, wonderful. Now if we can pull up plaintiff's Lalani Exhibit 6. So you've testified about many violations, Namisha, and again, I'm not going to post all of them for the court, but this email is an email that you received on May 22nd of 2023. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your understanding that this message was sent after Mr. Savani was served with a protective order. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this email is quite long, so I'm not going to have you to read it, but you can see from the very beginning, the way that he even refers to you is as, and I pardon you, court, but bitch Namisha. That's how you are referred to by this man.
He always called me that.
Okay.
Every day.
And this.
Oh, I'll read it. I'll read the whole thing. Let's let them scroll down a little bit. Yeah, Tupac, I read your comment and I realize now what you're saying. And I'm even more proud of this woman for being able to stand up to him and realize that she is worth so much more and that his tactics are nothing.
This email was not only sent to you, it seems like there are some other email addresses on here. Are those family members of yours?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I would like to go on to Plaintiff's Exhibit 7.
Was there anything in particular other than the address or the number of people listed that you wanted me to see with as far as context, or just the fact that it happened?
Just the fact that it happened. Your Honor, our argument will be that we will reserve is that this man has no respect for court orders. The substance of these emails are harrowing and abusive, but I'm most concerned, at least with this line of questioning, around the date that these messages were sent, which are clear violations of the ex parte.
Okay. Any objection to the exhibit, sir?
Yes.
What is the objection?
This email was sent before I received the what do you call that? The order of the TPO.
That was served on you on May 22nd.
Right, but look at the time.
22nd was a week before the date of this email.
Give me 1 second. Let me find out exactly what date I was received. Just give me 1 minute, because I took a picture and it has a time and a. Hold on 1 second. I also have a text message from the officer. So
What officer, dude? What are you fucking talking about?
So I will serve the TPO on May 23rd. After us May 23rd.
May 23rd. Okay, thank you.
Yes, but
the documents admitted over objection.
Okay, can we pull up this is the audio recording, and we're literally just going to play 3 seconds at the very beginning of the audio recording. It's labeled as Lalani Exhibit 7. And Madam Interpreter, if you are still there.
Judge, we have lost an interpreter, and I have been sending emails for assistance with getting them to, wait, I apologize. Here they go, just as I'm speaking.
Okay.
Here we go.
If he doesn't know he's incriminating himself now, just wait till later.
So it might be an issue with their connection. It seems to be a little slow.
Oh, there we go. I see. I think I just saw her pop up.
There should probably be like a database if you get like this kind of shit going on.
I can move on to Exhibit 8, and we'll come back to that. It's really
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, if we can move on to Plaintiff's Exhibit 8. Now, it's a little hard to see at the top of this. Namisha, I'm going to ask you to read the date that's at the top of the screen on Plaintiff's Exhibit 8.
As soon as we get it pulled up. There we go.
Okay, do you see that date that's at the very top?
Yes, 30th May.
30th of May. So you just heard from Mr. Spine that he was served on May 23rd. Is this, if we can scroll down, is this a message that you received from him on your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what does he say?
Okay, I have 1 million numbers. You will be tired from blocking me the way you are treating me right now, making me expose your videos and photos.
Okay, so he was messaging you from a variety of different numbers. Is that correct?
Yes, he keeps sending and he keeps deleting. He keeps unsending through iMessages and everywhere.
So you have blocked, how many numbers have you blocked from him?
Blocked like more than 75 to 80 numbers.
Okay, okay. Okay, if we can go to Plaintiff's Exhibit 9. Now, we'll have to explain this a little bit. When you
Ms. Rahman, we had the interpreter back there for a second. I thought maybe we could get it done, but she dropped off again.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I was going to try to do it before she left.
I think it might be her connection.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm happy to just interrupt, and it'll be the first 3 seconds of Exhibit 7. Okay, Ms. Alani, this is a download of your WhatsApp history. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is when you go to WhatsApp, you have to actually download what's called the diagnostic so that you can look at the date and time of each message. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And this phone number, 773-983-7900, is that Atiq Savani's phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so it says at 6:16 p.m. that there was a message that he sent to you on May 28th, and then that message was deleted. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then the final exhibit on that is actually the screenshot of that. If we can pull up Exhibit 10. Oh, great. We have the interpreter too, so. Oh, and she dropped off again. Okay. I think we've made our point though. So if we pull up Exhibit 10, we'll be able to show the court the last thing you were referring to.
Look at all the papers behind him, like the big pile.
It looks like it stopped at 9, but I'm searching.
Okay, there should be one final email that had number 10. I think it was separate.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
And Madam Interpreter, we've got one thing coming up for you in just a moment. If you if you don't drop off.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. All the electricity went off.
That's the Zoom world.
All right, Miss Lalani. Now, we just showed the court the diagnostics from WhatsApp because this picture does not show the date of that video that was sent, but it just showed the time. It's the same time as that previous exhibit. Is that correct?
Yes.
And this, again, this is the same number. It's 773-983-7900. Is that's Mr. Savani's phone number on WhatsApp. Is that correct?
It is, yes.
He should
So
probably
at
change that.
6:16, he sent you one video. If we scroll down, and I'm going to talk about this BMW in a second, but we can keep scrolling and keep scrolling. And so here it is, 6:16, the message was deleted. So on WhatsApp, you can send a message and you can delete it yourself. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, but he did send to you a video on May 28th of 2023 at 6:16 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, and now you've already testified about the BMW. So this is what you were referring to when you were talking about how he threatened to buy a new BMW with the money that he earned off of your sex tape. Is that correct?
Yes.
That BMW, if you scroll up, that BMW is not something that he owned before now, to your knowledge. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how does it make you feel that he changed this to be his profile picture on WhatsApp?
He not only threatened me by doing this, but he also has violated TPO. And now I'm really scared if I don't get TPO, he will put it everywhere on internet.
You're talking about the nude photos and videos.
Photos and sex tape. I feel very threatened.
Okay.
Just wait. No, he didn't make shit from the videos.
For my life, my dignity, my body, everything is nothing. I have no privacy. He made it everything public.
Okay. Now, Madam Interpreter, I'm going to have you listen to the first few seconds of this, what's labeled as Lalani Exhibit 7.
Yes.
And while they're pulling that up, Miss Lalani, this audio recording is the one that you're referring to that was a message to you through a third party. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
What was the date of that that message that was sent to you?
It was 3 a.m. in the morning on 24th May or 25th May.
Okay, so definitely after May 23rd.
Yes.
तो उसे कह देना कि मेरी कोई 4 बार शादी नहीं हुई थी और ना 4 बार engagement.
So that phrase in usko keh dena, if you can interpret that, Madam Interpreter.
Yes, yes. Just tell that person that I did not get married 4 times.
I'm sorry, can you replay this again?
Please replay it, Ms. Brune.
तो उसे कह देना कि मेरी कोई 4 बार शादी नहीं हुई थी और ना 4 बार एंगेजमेंट हुई थी.
Okay. So just tell her or him that I did not get married 4 times or I did not get engaged 4 times.
Now, thank you, Madam Interpreter. Ms. Lalani, this message that we constricted is only 5 minutes, but there were 2 recordings that were over 20 minutes long. Is that correct?
It is.
And
yes.
Repeatedly in that, and just for judicial efficiency, we're not going to play all 40 minutes of the audio, but that's one example of the part that you cut where he says, just tell her that he's referring to you, to speak to you.
Yes.
And who was this message sent to?
This was sent to a fitness gym trainer, Vinay.
Okay. And Vinay sent it to you because he asked him to.
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, those are all the exhibits I would collectively, I think I haven't tendered the last 4 exhibits.
Right, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Yes, Judge.
All right, any objections, sir?
Yes.
What is your legal objection?
The recording was sent to her boyfriend and her ex-boyfriend and her current boyfriend. That's what she left me for. And this in this recording, I never mentioned Namisha. I never told him to tell Namisha.
Okay, well, you can argue that goes to the weight of the evidence.
Okay,
but they are admitted without or admitted over your objection.
Okay, objection, yes.
All right.
All right. Ms. Lalani, you've already I won't drag this out any further. You've already told a lot to the court of why you believe you need a protective order. But if you could just very quickly sum up, what are you asking the court to do today?
I want the TPO so that this man cannot contact me or put my sex tape, nude videos, photos anywhere, and I feel safe while walking on the roads, and I don't get killed and kidnapped by this man. And I really wanted permanent protective order so that this man can never, because I know after 12 months he will again do the same thing. So if it is possible, I really beg you for a permanent protection order so that this man can never contact me again.
Thank you, Ms. Alani. Your Honor, I have nothing further of this witness.
All right, Mr. Savani, you have the right by law to cross-examine or ask questions of the witness. Let me explain a couple of things first, okay?
Oh, okay.
You can ask a question. You cannot be argumentative with the witness. Once she answers the question, you move on to your next question. You can't, if she says it's raining today and you want to argue, no, it's not raining, you're not allowed to do that. Okay. You can testify later. You're going to have that right after you complete this cross-examination. Do you have any questions that you wish to ask this witness?
No.
Okay. All right, Ms. Rahman, are you resting or are you calling the respondent for cross-examination?
No, I'm going to let him go ahead and.
Okay. All right, sir, it's your turn now. If you will, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, you may state your name for the record.
Atiq Salim Savani.
All right, now you can tell me what you wish to with regard to your version of the events as have been presented by the petitioner.
Is it possible to review the exhibit 1 again?
Sure, we can pull up Lilani Exhibit 1.
He'd like to show off
Go
his
ahead,
work.
sir.
Is this the exhibit 1 or?
This was Lilani Exhibit 1.
Okay. So the purpose of putting this picture is not to threat her that I will kill her or she's dead.
Oh, dear sir. Okay, we're gonna just break this shit down for a minute. What was this made in is my first question. Was this made in The Sims? Or I'm really I think we should acknowledge the detail, okay? He has gone into some detail here. There's a shovel inserted, sort of? Well, we think it's a shovel. He did say RIP, and he's indicated she's a gold digger with all the money. Oh my God. Do you think he thinks the shovel because she's digging like a gold digger? And also, she looks great in that headstone picture. Get it, girl. What an idiot. He's such a loser. He wishes he had you, honey, and he can't ever again. You don't ever go back to him. You run the other way. I mean it. This is out of control. I hope they are investigating this. This is out of control. Fuck. He's in Texas right now. Do they like this in Texas? I don't think they like this kind of shit in Texas. Isn't this like, there's something. They got to call this something. All right, let's continue.
The purpose of if I wanted to kill her, I will put probably a picture of a threater. I will probably put a picture of a weapon or something. But as you can see that it says gold digger and she has lots of cash in her hand.
We're going back. Sorry. I just want to get I'm going to shut up for this, but let's just let him really dig himself here.
at her that I will kill her or she's dead. The purpose of if I wanted to kill her, I will put probably a picture of a threat her. I will probably put a picture of a weapon or something. But as you can see that it says gold digger, and she has lots of cash in her hand, and she is going in the grave. The purpose of putting this picture is because before she got married with me, she collected all the items for getting married. Okay, she about $75,000 total. She took the cash, jewelry, clothing, and everything. And just because she was a gold digger, okay, I put this picture on there so her friends and everybody else can see what she did to me. And other than that, I can show you the whole page of my Instagram account that talks about she cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend, which is her current boyfriend at the moment. And that's the reason why she broke up with me, because she went back to India to see him just 2 days before they patched up with her ex-boyfriend. She took all my money and she ran away, not because she was fear of life, okay, just because she wanted to go and meet him, and she broke up with me. And that's the purpose of putting the picture. So I've clarified that. Okay, so I have no questions for Namisha.
Okay, what's your next? Do you wish to see any other exhibits?
Exhibit 2, please.
Okay, please direct the staff as to what you want to see on this.
Yeah, this message is
Oh, this message is a cup of tea. I can only assume this comes from him. Okay, I don't know though, but it says, although men are exceptional, we've already got problems. In this case, and a married man sleeping with an unmarried woman is not considered adultery, but it becomes a crime if the woman involved is married and she practices extramarital relationship. In this case, punishment prescribed for her is no less than stoning to death. Well, that sounds like a direct threat to me.
Google, taken out from Google, telling the girl that, that having an affair with a married woman having an affair with a boyfriend or whatever, it's against our religion and it's not appropriate. So that's what the message is. As you can see that this message was sent to her back then. Okay, it's because she had cheated on me with her ex-boyfriend, and that's the reason why I sent this message. Could you please go down a little bit? And then go up, please. Yeah, right there. And entrepreneur, can you please explain this? I mean, read this in explain this, translate it in English. I'm gonna say this. Allah हिसाब करेगा तेरा एक दिन, एक आसियों की कीमत तेरे से लेगा, एक धोखा जो तुमने मेरे साथ किया है. Final buy. Okay,
so God will do the God will do, like, every whatever you have done, God will take care of everything. He will also price it, like, for every tears that I have taken out from my eyes, whatever, like, you just gave me, you cheated with me because of the reason that you cheated with me.
So it's basically saying that Allah, God, will hold you accountable for everything that you have done to me, that you cheated on me. Dhoka means cheating on me with a different man while being married to me. That's what, and then whatever tears that I have got from you, God will give you this in return. That's what basically what it means. And then I was like, goodbye, like, but it was very hard for me to say goodbye to her because I was in deeply love with her. And I was in an anxiety. I cried for 2 months. It was very hard for me to forget her because obviously we were in a relationship. And dhoka could also means that the jewelry and the money and the everything in overall situation, whatever she done to me. So that's what it means. Please go down a little bit. Okay, that's it. So she was telling me about her ex-boyfriend. She repeatedly saying that she told in the TPO that she filed, she had mentioned that I pulled my pants off to check her virginity, okay, whether she was virgin or not. But she had told me regarding her past life after we got engaged, okay, not before. So she kind of cheated me and not told me about her past. First of all, I told her many times, I don't want to hear about your past because that's your past.
Fuck you, dude. Also, she didn't cheat you out of shit. You cheated yourself out of it by being an absolute scum of a human being. You didn't deserve her. You don't deserve anybody. You barely deserve your own fucking hand. And secondly, yeah, what did he just say? He just said he just admitted to something really ridiculous. It's gonna get worse, you guys, and I apologize. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
It has nothing to do with me. Whatever it is, keep it to yourself. I don't need to know. But she forced me 10 times, and I after saying no to 10 times, she continued anyhow. Okay, and she told me that she had not a boyfriend. She had a one-night stand with the guy. Okay, she slept with him. She used to work at Chatpati at that time illegally because she's not allowed to work according to her student visa. So she was working at the restaurant. She met a guy and she slept with him. She got pregnant and she aborted a child. Okay. And that was back in 2019. I do have that boyfriend that she talked about. I'm in touch with him. If I have to prove him to the court, I can. Secondly, she told me after a couple of months or years or whatever it is, and back in 2020, she had another connection with the ex-boyfriend or whoever. She slept with him and she got pregnant and she also aborted a child, okay, in the US.
Connor, I just object to the relevance of any of this narrative.
No, it's not relevant because that's what she's telling me here. She's
where is she telling you in this?
She's telling me that I forced her to have sex with her, and it's about her the nude photos and all that. If she was all that worried about her, then she wouldn't have done all that. But anyways, she's telling me here that she told me about her past life, and I pulled my pants to check her virginity. My point is that why would I check her virginity when she is already pregnant twice and aborted a child? So why would I need to pull out my pants? So it doesn't really make any sense. I just wanted to prove you that. And there's a record of her getting abortion in the hospital, Northside Hospital, and you guys can contact if you want. And she.
The lawyer laughed. Oh God, I love it. She's like, you fucking idiot. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she had 50 fucking abortions and goddamn had sex with every single person that she saw. Seriously, she's allowed to do that because she's an adult. That's what America's for. You're allowed, aren't you? Because you're allowed to do that in Canada. You can do that. And you're not allowed to hurt somebody because they pissed you off, buddy. Oh my God. Oh, he literally thinks this is like gonna sway the judge. And this is what I love about it, because maybe he thinks this old judge, I can't imagine he can't get the vibe from the judge already, but I love this judge because this judge don't care. Even though this is Georgia, this is not about anything. I really hope that the prosecutor is watching all this, because I believe he's admitted to multiple acts that could be really serious. It gets worse, just so you know.
She told me that her one night stand boyfriend or whatever came to her restaurant to meet her or to say hi to her. She slapped him on his face and tell him to get out. Okay, and then that's why I said I can come to you, but there's no point, because first of all, after she came back to the USA, after she broke up with me, I never went to see her. It only takes 12 hours for me by drive to see her, or to do anything if I wanted to do anything, or fly for 4 hours and get to Georgia. That's all it takes. So I said in the messages that if I want to come, there's no point. But your bitches can slap me. She slapped her boyfriend because he came to see her. Okay. Can you go down a little bit?
Sir, and let me remind you that
yes,
I'm here only about the allegations that she has raised in her petition.
Okay.
That you did or said certain things.
Okay.
I get the background. I do not need to know why the parties perhaps broke up or whatever.
Okay, understood.
You understand the difference.
Okay, please go up a little bit again. So I'll just get to the point. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, just go up a little bit. Here I said, because she's telling me that she's presenting to the court that I will break her arm. No, sir, that's not true. What I meant to say by this is that I'm not someone who's going to take a slap from you. Okay, I'm here to protect myself as a self-defense. If you slap me, I will do it same thing in return, as a self-defense, not because of threatening her. I have right, according to the Constitution of the United States, I have right to self-defense if someone tries.
Oh, sir. Sir. That Constitution provides her the same rights, and not just to self-defense, but for protection against people like you, sir. It allows her to come to this court, and it allows her to petition for a protective order. And you know what happens? Listen, I'm just going to tell you, actually. In Fulton County, Georgia, they hold people unindicted in jail for like 900 days. It's a 10-year felony if you violate a protective order.
I never told her I'm going to slap you. I said, if you slap me, you will get that back, because I don't love you anymore. Okay, but that's wrong. I did love her at that time too, but I just said it because what she did to me was completely wrong. She cheated on me, and okay, please go down a little bit.
Why don't you go calm your little bitch ass down?
That message was not to threat her or break her harm. As you can see, that message was probably sent to her back in March or April, and we are already in June. I haven't done anything to her, and she filed her TPO on May 14th or May 11th or something. Why didn't she file back in April? Why didn't she contact the 911?
Just testify, please.
Yes.
You're arguing with yourself now.
Okay. See here, even if I said here, I'm sure what you did to me and your ex-boyfriend from Chatpati, where she used to work. Okay, I have. Let's go to the next exhibit, please.
Does he think he's on Law and Order?
Okay, to stay on this page and go up, or you want me to go to exhibit?
No, next exhibit. Okay. I will come back to this. We probably won't have to see this right now, but next exhibit, please.
Oh, we're gonna learn something real interesting about bitch boy here.
So I hope you understand, Your Honor, what I was going through during our marriage broken and she left away and to her boyfriend. The only thing I wanted to do was talk to her. I didn't want to disturb her. I didn't want to do anything. I was in anxiety. I was in depression myself. I cried for 2 months. I was in a bed doing nothing. Okay. I lost my job. I lost everything. In 2 months, I was in a complete bed. I even went to the hospital because I wasn't feeling good. The only question that I wanted to ask her was, why did she cheat on me? And she would not give me any response. Why did you break up on me? I was a nice guy. I was yelling because you will not understand. Go down a little bit, please.
I was a nice guy. Fuck you.
I was yelling because you would not understand me because you were dating this guy. So you didn't care the way you cared and loved before. Okay. So please go down.
No, we're gonna stop there for a minute and we're just gonna go ahead and break that one down, little buddy. Number 1, why did you cheat on me? Number 2, why did you break up when you know I was a nice guy? Literally, next sentence. I was yelling because you would not understand me because you were dating this guy. So you didn't care the way you cared and loved before. I raped you. Allegedly. And then she doesn't respond. 1 minute later, he replies, I will send all your photos and videos to counsel tomorrow.
Go down. Oh, just a little up where it says, I will share your nude photos and stuff.
You dumbass.
No, yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. So, Your Honor, she left me. She broken up with me on March 23rd. She went to India. Okay. There she posts a video. Not she, sorry. Her boyfriend in India posts a video on Instagram and they are kissing each other and they are hugging each other. Okay.
So
And
what?
That's when I tried to contact her through the messages.
I don't give a shit if she was getting spit roasted and there was 15 guys lined up waiting to take their turn. Okay, buddy? I really don't give a fuck. Your insecurities are so loud. They scream. They absolutely scream.
And she was not responding me. I was going through hell. Right now, I'm not crying, sir, because these 2 months I have cried a lot. All my tears I wiped away. But those days were very hard for me. When I saw her, he calling her baby, he calling her kissing and like that, hugging her, that was a very difficult moment for me. And I was asking her to please talk to me. I was constantly messaging her because I was not in peace. When I saw that, it was really hurting my feelings. That's the only reason why I said that I will send all your nude photos. And if you don't talk to me, not because here she says that I will share your nude photos if you don't get married to me. I never said that. Okay. Here it says that I will share your nude photos and videos if you don't talk to me. And that was just a prank of her getting serious about it, and then she should talk to me once. As you can see that she didn't even.
Oh, God. You guys, it's a prank channel. He's a pranker. Wow. Of course. Oh my God. Well, that's totally different. You should have said that at the beginning, my dude. Well, we don't even worry about this kind of shit when you're just pranking people. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Proceed.
Care about it, that whether I post or not, as she was like begging you like this, it's all drama. If she really cared about her thing, she would have at least talked to me once. And I wasn't really going to do that. And I have not done that. Okay. If she has a proof, she can show it to the court later, but I have not done that. My idea was to just tell her that so that I could at least hear her voice. I have been talking to her for 3 months every single day and night, and suddenly she disappears from my life. It was very difficult for me to, so that's why I said that, so that she could finally respond to my answers that I was asking. Why did you cheat on me? Okay, next exhibit, please.
So you want me to do the video next?
I'm not sure what was the next exhibit, whatever it is.
Was it video or audio?
The audio.
The 3-second audio that the interpreter.
That's number 5, because we
Okay.
went through 1 through 4.
Okay.
So do you need me to do the video again?
Ms. Rahman, you didn't present number 5, did you?
Can you hold on 1 second? Somebody's knocking the door.
No, she didn't do 5. Number 7 is the video, and I think what's after that is 8 and 9, or 9 and 10.
8, 9, 10, 8, 9, and 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't think 5 or 6 were presented. Were they?
Okay.
5 was presented. It
5
was,
okay.
that was the Google, search your name on Google.
Okay.
And number 6 was also, that was the email.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Couldn't remember them.
So we're gonna do 5, 6, 5, 6, 8, 7, 8, and 9.
If he asked for one.
Okay. So the next one.
Look at all those papers. What is going on there? Is that like, are they on a chair? I have ADD. Like, I am judging, but is that a box and a chair? Also, I have to say, both the ladies, the lawyer and her client, are very hydrated. Secondly, I've just put a poll up, guys. Go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think is going to happen here. I don't know who it is. What is he doing? I was in and out watching this as I recorded it.
Mr. Savani, if you can hear me, we need to proceed.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. Next exhibit.
Exhibit 5.
Yes.
Like he owns the place.
Go down, please. Okay, so my question for Namisha is that did you Google after 2 hours, right? As you said, did you find it on Google?
I
Yeah.
found it.
Object that he is
Okay,
not.
okay. Sir, we've already gone past your opportunity to cross-examine.
Okay.
You said you had no questions.
Okay, so she said that she found it on Instagram, and I have not posted anything.
He did.
For our photos and videos. 1 second. Nude photos and nude videos I have not posted on Instagram. The only videos I put was my marriage and my engagement video. That's the only video I put. Okay. She's saying that I put her photos and videos, nude photos and videos. That's not true.
I have the proof, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have sent it to the court.
Ma'am,
Please show it to the court.
ma'am, you need to talk to your lawyer or whatever, but right now he's testifying. You're not to argue with him, as I didn't allow him to argue with your testimony. All right, go ahead, sir.
Okay, next exhibit. Am I able to see the proof that she's saying that she has the proof?
Sir, you
No?
didn't ask the question on cross-examination. You didn't ask any questions.
No, I did, but then
No, you didn't. I said, do you have any questions for her? And you said, no, you wanted to testify. So now you're testifying.
okay. So this exhibit is irrelevant because as you know that, okay. So Namisha, when did I send you this email? Sorry, can you pull it up again?
Dude,
Says Monday, May 29th at the top.
May 29 is when she forwarded her email.
It's
She
true. This
forwarded the
one she did.
email. That's why it shows the May 29. But this email, Namisha, when did you get this email?
Your Honor, we will
Sure.
stipulate that it says that it was sent on May 22nd. And so if he is, we will take this exhibit out of our argument.
Okay. Yeah, if she testified she received it on the 22nd, you've testified you were served on the 23rd, and they've highlighted the date is highlighted from the original date of receipt. So that would have been 1 day prior to you being served. So they are withdrawing that item.
Okay, but she's saying
They're
that
withdrawing the item, so there's no need to even talk about it. It's gone.
no, but she's saying that I sent to her family members. Those are my emails. The one I forwarded to, those are my emails
Okay.
and her boyfriend. So I'm not
Okay.
sure what did she mean by saying that it was sent to her family members.
Okay, well, you've testified about it now. So what's your next document?
Next exhibit, please. Okay, as I've already cleared this before, that the only reason why I sent this message is because I just wanted to talk to her, and I wanted to ask. Oh yeah, sorry. Can you go up a little bit? When she's saying that this text was sent on May 30, and she's saying that I violated the TPO order. Sir, if you look at the picture, on May 30th, a screenshot was taken. That's why the date is showing May 30th. But this picture was this message was sent to her. I can tell you exactly if you just give me a minute. Let me grab that phone one more.
He is admitting left, right, and center, but with it's like the parole. It's like guilty with a reason. It's like, that's not gonna fly here, bud. Also, very, very important, that phone. Let's think about how many phones he has.
This message, I'm sorry. This message was sent. You can see the date here. I'm not sure if you could see it.
Not really. If you can enlarge it some, that would help, but I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I can. Let me take a screenshot. Hold on. So you can see that she lied right here that this message was sent on the 29th. She's a bigger liar. I've never seen.
Okay, so it was sent on 29th, not the 30th.
She said on May 30th, sorry, May 30th, she received this message.
Okay.
But the fact is, this message was sent to her on April 11th. She took a screenshot on May 30 just to trap me and get me and saying that I violated this the TPO.
Okay.
Were you able to see, sir?
Not really. Can anyone else see it?
Can I?
Let me
is there a way
enlarge. I got to enlarge
No.
my view here.
Can I attach? Can I attach a attachment here?
Well, all the documents were supposed to be in 24 hours in advance, but try it with the screen again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna change it to speaker view and see if that enlarges it considerably, and it does. Just hold it steady, please. Okay.
Hold it
Right,
goddamn
you're correct.
still.
It does say April.
Okay. So what exhibit was this?
So you can make
6, I believe, or 7.
Okay. So it's a lie to trap me. Okay. All right.
Don't even worry about it, honey. Put down your hand. Don't look at your lawyer. Look at your lawyer. Okay? Sweetie, I know he has made you feel like shit, but I want you to understand something. Your lawyer's like, oh, look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. It's so great. It gets worse. He's such a douche, honestly. And here's the thing, guys. Like, it's not cool. Like, but she's done something really great. We often hear like people being years into relationships before they get the ability or chance or whatever to leave. But this is within months, okay? Obviously, his actions are not acceptable, but let's just keep in mind of that. Also, if you're new here or you're just joining us, please go ahead and hit that like button, clock in for your shift in the kitchen. And if you're not subbed, go ahead and sub to the channel. We do lots of fun stuff like this. So, well, this one's not really fun, but it's interesting.
Next exhibit, please. Okay. Now this one,
This one's not a fun one, but I've been waiting all day to roast this dude because I'm so mad.
this date that she's saying that I sent her the message, it was, Your Honor, to be very honest, it was my mistake. I did not mean to text her anything. As you can see, I text few people the same thing and I delete it the same day. On May 28th, I deleted from this person, and
It doesn't matter. May 28th is after the TPO was served. Doesn't matter if it was an accident or not. That's a violation.
and even my sister, I sent her the message and I deleted it.
Okay.
Okay. So the thing is that on WhatsApp, I have her as in a group of family, right? So I sent to a lot of people in one time and it just went to everyone in the group. And then I deleted it because the video that I sent, it was my one with the BMW and it was something went wrong with the video. So I deleted it from everyone so they don't see it. Okay. And then I did post it on Instagram, the same video. So I have to accept this, that it was my honest mistake. And I'm not going to lie about that. I can say my mom did it, my uncle did it, my sister did it, but I'm going to accept that because it was my honest mistake. And if
let's move on.
Yes.
Here's 4 ways I could lie.
So the last one is the video. I mean, the audio. You want to do the audio again?
Yes, because I want the interpreter to translate the entire audio so they could listen to it.
Okay, and I see.
Wait a minute. I understood there was 40 minutes of audio.
No, it's only like it's on. How long was this audio? 10 minutes?
We cut this one down. The original was 40 minutes down to 5 minutes, Judge, but that beginning part was really all that we offered into evidence.
Okay, let me bring that phone right there so I could show you that video that was not 40 minutes. That's a lie.
Okay,
hold on,
sir,
what phone now?
Sir, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care whether it's 20 or 40. They submitted a very small snippet of that, which I believe was about 3 seconds.
Okay.
Right, and I'm sorry, do have the exhibit 10, the car.
So I was not trying to communicate with her through somebody else. I sent her boyfriend a voice recording, okay, and not to tell her. I never mentioned her name. So if she wants to assume that it was for her, then I don't know what to say about that.
Okay.
Regarding the car, she's saying that this is a new car. I have documentations that this car was bought in 2016. And I did not make this money from selling her videos and make millions of it. Who's going to pay millions for her? Look at her. Who's going to pay millions for her? Anyways,
douche. Who's going to pay millions for her? Look at your fucking chachi little outfit you're wearing in front of that piece of shit 2016 BMW that's not even yours, that you think exonerates you because it was bought in 2016. Go fuck yourself, you little douche. Those pants are pleated. You look fat. I don't usually fat shame, but I'm telling him, he wants to think he looks hot there. You look really dumb. I'm sorry, but you really do. The worst part about this is coming up, and I sort of want him to tell you guys the truth, but God, I want to say it so fucking bad. Oh, I'll just let him fucking say it.
This car was bought back in 2016. If you like to see the documents, I can show you. And this is not my car. This is my mother's car. She drives that car.
This is my mommy's car. This is my mommy's car that I'm posing in front of and posting on Instagram. Who wants her? Wow, dude. Wow. That's so sad. Oh my God. Seriously. Wow. It's one thing I'm not saying don't drive a car or be happy with a car. Don't go fucking pose in front of. First of all, you said I'm going to buy a new BMW once I sell your sex tape. Then you go and you pose in front of a BMW trying to make it look new. And I mean, there's nothing other than posing in this photo. And then you posted it. You literally. And then, but it's your mom's. Did you ask her? Is it in her yard right now? Is she taking the picture? Oh my God, who is taking the picture? Hold on, who is? Who's taking this picture?
So I told her, can I take a picture? And she said, okay. All right. So this is not a 2023 car. This is an old car.
Anything else, sir?
No. Yes, there is. So she was saying that I gave her a scar on her wrist. Is that true?
Sir, you can't ask questions. You're here to testify.
Yes, it's true. You're such a dumbass. Oh my God.
You tell us what you want me to hear.
Okay. So I did not give her that scar. Okay. She was saying earlier a court was I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but earlier in the recording, the first time when she said she got this scar during the engagement, which was in January. Then she says in the recording that the scar was given on February 22nd. So is it a 22nd of February or is it a January? What is it?
Doesn't matter, really. I'm not too concerned about her not knowing the exact date that you assaulted her. That's really, again, your defense is, yeah, I probably did it, but which day? She can't figure it out.
Why are you saying two different things?
Okay, now you're arguing. You get a chance to do that later.
Okay. All right. And then she's saying that she's saying that I raped her multiple times. She said I raped her on.
Here we go. This is where he gets to be king douchebag of the day. Thanks, Rick, the geek. Appreciate new subs. I love y'all.
February 22nd and March 22nd, if I recall correctly.
Okay. So she always wanted to have kids with me. I have proof of text messages from her that she wants babies. So we also got married. Okay, we also did get married. So how am I supposed to rape her? I mean,
what was the date of your marriage?
Marriage was February 27th, and she's saying that I raped her multiple times. That's impossible, sir. Why would I rape my own wife? Okay, she's the one always come near to me whenever she wanted to have sex, and she wanted to have babies. So a girl who wants to have babies, she's not gonna have sex with me, and she's my wife. Why she's marrying me for? Just to take my $75,000 and not give sex? This is ridiculous, sir. This is all blame on.
What's ridiculous is you. The judge is like, sir. And look at the lawyer. I love her. I feel so bad for this woman. She's had to hear this. He literally is standing there saying, "What do you mean I can't rape my wife?" Sir. Oh, sir. Oh, sir.
On me, I will not rape my wife. If she says no, I have a discipline to accept that, and I will not do it. It's a lie.
Really? Like you have discipline
Then,
not to call?
And I also have a video that she allowed me to take. And she said that she's saying that I forced her on the she said I forced her to have I raped her on 22nd February. But 27th of February, she's having sex with me, and I have a video taken, and she's enjoying the whole time. And I asked her, "Are you having fun?" She said yes. I have the video too. So a girl who was raped on 22nd, and now on the 27th, she's happily having sex with me. And instead of pushing me away, if I was forcing her to have sex, in the video, she could have pushed me, right? Or in a video, if you look at it, you will not see that it was forceful sex. She said I was having, I forced her to have sex or raped her on the 22nd. So why on the 22nd, she allowed me to have sex with her? Why didn't she take a police report? Why didn't she got me arrested for it? So that's all I want to say. I have a video. And then she talks about she talks about the videos and all that stuff. She's the one doing FaceTime to me, and I don't know how to say it, but there are females here. She is fingering her thing while I'm on the phone with her, and I also have a video of that. She faced.
You son of a bitch, you piece of shit. I didn't catch this part earlier. Again, don't feel embarrassed about that. Do not feel ashamed about that. You are a strong, beautiful woman. You're allowed to touch yourself wherever you want. You know, you will learn from this experience. You will never you shouldn't deal with this again. Like, I think people need to be warned. Who is he going to go after next? I'm really concerned. Also, judge and lawyer, both like, but on it. And you're going to hear them both really bring the hammer down shortly. Also, I see the shame on her face that he's trying to make her feel, and he should be the one ashamed. There's a reason she wasn't on the thumbnail of this video, and he was.
This time she was feeling horny, and she did the fingering to her thing, and she got completely naked, and I have a recording of that too. And in the messages, she knows about it, that she's aware that it's been recorded. I told her, and she was okay with that. And multiple times she sent me her nude photos occasionally. And so my point is that if I was forcing her to have sex, why would she do the fingering with me? Why did let's say if I did force her to show me those fingering thing that she was doing in the camera, why there's no text messages saying that, can you show me, or any type of messages that shows that I forced her? She was happily doing this in front of me. So all these allegations that she's putting on me for the rape is absolutely wrong, because I have a video that shows that she's fingering and sending nudes and everything. And when this happened, I was in Texas. I was not in Georgia. So there's no way I can force her, you know? So that's all I want to say. And then she writes in the complaint that I got married 4 times, 4 engagements. That's wrong. She's my second wife. And
it was quick too. And we hope to annul this one. And we should, you know what? 3 strikes, they should just chop something off.
so a lot of things that she wrote in this TPO, it's not related to the protection order. So I'm not even going to argue about that. I'm just trying, she's saying that I trespassed her home on March 24, but I have evidence that I never visited her home on March 24. I went to see her because on the 23rd, on the 22nd of March, she broke the marriage. So as a husband, I was allowed to go because I was living there. I paid her the money to live there. Ever since after we got engaged until the end of the marriage, the separation, I was staying in her home and I paid her the money to stay as a roommate or whatever. But I paid half the money to her. So by me going to her apartment, it's not trespassing. And if it was, I should have been given a warning by the police that you cannot trespass. So the allegation that she's putting on me that I was trespassing her, this is her home, that's completely wrong because I was living there. All my belongings are there, which she took and she never gave it back to me. And that was the whole purpose of going there, other than to convince her to let's get back together. I'm sorry for whatever happened, all the yelling and misunderstandings we had. That was the only purpose I went there. And if I was angry, if I wanted to do something, how come I didn't do anything to her at that point? And if I did, why didn't she call the police? You know, why didn't she make any reports? So this all allegations, my intention was to just be with her because I loved her. We were getting married, but she got patched up with her boyfriend and she went to India to see him posting the videos and on Instagrams and all that. So that's why I got upset, Your Honor. But I did not take any inappropriate action. I did not harm her. I did not slap her. I did not threaten her. I never told her that I will kill you. I never said that I will kidnap her. This is America. Is it really that easy to kidnap a 30-year-old lady? You know, I mean,
Sir? Fuck you. What are you talking about? Oh my God. I think he's confused. I don't understand what he thinks you're allowed to do in America. I'm pretty positive they're like really all about not kidnapping people. Like, it's not about how easy it is. Also, nobody mentioned kidnapping. Why were you thinking about kidnapping? What are you talking about kidnapping? What are you doing to do, dude?
go and look at my background. I'm not associated with any thugs or any criminal or bad activity.
Oh, now I think you are.
You know, so for a person like me, it's not going to be possible to kidnap or kill somebody. I don't even.
I checked. It was not possible for me, Your Honor. I called all my people, allegedly, and nobody would help me. Nobody. I don't know any good thugs. Nothing.
Have a record of saying somebody that I will kill you or kidnap you. You know, I never said that to anyone in my whole life. So she's doing all this just to get TPO.
Okay.
She just.
Is that it, sir?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Rahman, you have cross-examination?
I do, Judge.
Oh, yes, you do.
Mr. Savani, your testimony today is that you do have these nude photos and videos of your wife. Is that correct?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
You are in possession of nude photos and videos of your wife. Is that
I deleted that.
so? You no longer are in possession of any photos or videos.
No,
And you've deleted them from all devices?
I only had in one devices, which
Okay.
was my main phone.
Okay.
But she does have a
minute.
she does have a
Excuse me a minute.
yes.
Sir, you just testified. Now, we didn't see it, but you just testified that you have a video that would show consensual sex. Her question to you was, do you have videos? And you said no.
At that point, I had it, but she also has a copy of it.
Okay, so I thought you said, do we want to see it? How can we see it if you don't have it?
Maybe I have it on my computer too, so I will have to see.
Okay, so when you say that you deleted them,
I said I deleted from the phone.
Okay, and I asked you if you deleted them from all devices, and the answer is that you don't know because it may be on your computer. Is that correct?
Maybe on the computer, right? I thought you meant by phone.
Understood. Are you willing today to delete all records of all photos and videos on all devices that you possess?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. So you're willing to.
Oh my God. The judge did a double take there. He was about to take a drink. Let's watch that again. Oh my God. And the cloud comes up, guys. The cloud comes up, and he is going to be questioned even more soon.
Delete all records of all photos and videos on all devices that you possess?
I'm not sure about that.
Okay. So you're willing to keep them for future use if necessary?
Not for future use, for my use if I want to.
Okay.
But not for future use. My personal reasons.
Understood. Now, in that first exhibit of
If I have it on the computer, then yes.
the photograph that I presented as evidence of Miss Lalani in a grave, you said that that was not a threat to kill her. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. But she is dead in that photo, correct?
No.
That's not a picture of her dead in a coffin.
No, she's just laying down on. She was getting my tattoo done. Okay.
All right. I'm asking very, very specific questions. If the answer.
What? She was getting your telegram? Did you just say? She was lying down? That is the worst. Like, you gotta own it, my dude. You put RIP on her headstone. The very least he didn't do was put a date.
That's not a picture of her dead in a coffin.
No, she's just laying down on. She was getting my tattoo done. Okay.
All right. I'm asking very, very specific questions. If the answer is no, then that's fine. Was there a tombstone in that photograph?
There is what?
A tombstone, the stone that you put on top of a grave that says rest in peace. Was that in that photograph?
That's in the photograph, yes.
Okay, great. Now, you're talking about...
because the gold digger at the end,
I haven't asked a question, sir.
Yeah. So can I go back to the question? Let me know when I can go back.
I believe you answered my question.
Well, here's how it works. If she asks you a yes or no question,
okay,
the simplest way, and particularly for the court to understand it, is start with the yes or no answer, or I don't know. You understand?
Then in that case,
and then you will have the right to immediately explain your answer if you wish to.
Okay, then in that case, I will take 10 seconds of my time to answer, because then sometimes, you think about it, the answer later when it's too late. So go ahead with the next question.
Are you familiar with the concept of coercion?
I'm sorry?
Are you familiar with the concept of coercion?
Coercion, no.
Are you familiar with the concept of threatening?
Little bit.
Okay. When you admitted that you sent multiple messages to Miss Lalani that you would post her nude photos and videos if she didn't talk to you, would you perceive that to be a threat or a coercion?
I don't know about that, but that's not what my intentions were.
Okay. Now, you also testified that she shouldn't be worried about nude photos because she was sexually active before she met you. Did I understand your testimony correctly?
Could you repeat that again?
You testified that Miss Lalani should not be concerned that you have nude photos and videos of her because she has been previously sexually active with other people other than you.
No, I never said that.
Okay, I have you quoted, and I will repeat what you said. If she was that worried about nude photos, she would not be worried about, she should not be because she had had sex before me. That's what you said on direct exam.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, yes, you did, sir.
I
heard
did.
it.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't recall it,
You
but
did.
okay, I don't recall it. Sorry. Next, please.
Oh my God, I really wish the lawyer would hammer in right now. Next? No, actually, no, not next. You don't get to do that. But the judge jumping in is epic. It is not standard, but it is very, very well placed, I think.
It is your testimony today that you have not published the videos and photos that you have. You haven't published them anywhere, correct?
I have. Are you talking about?
Let me make sure I understand, or you understand what the word publish means. That means to distribute them to anyone, not just in a website or a magazine or whatever. It's any distribution of any of the items that she's asking you about.
On the, are you talking about the what type of content you're talking about? Our wedding, or you're talking about strictly talking about the nudes?
Nudes.
I sent to her mother, and I deleted it right away because her mother, she told me she told her mother she never had sex with me. Okay, and I have emails that shows that. Why are you lying to people that you are not, we never had any sex? I have a sex video of you. So her mom said, you never had sex with her, you know? And I told her, no, mom, that's absolutely wrong. We did have so many times. And then she wouldn't believe me. And she said, I told her that I have a video as a proof to show you that I have it. So she said, okay, go ahead and send it to me. That was her word, go ahead and send it to me. And I did send it to her. But then later on, I deleted it because I felt that.
There we go. There's the admission. You're just absolutely. If he doesn't hear this, if you cannot hear that what you're doing is wrong, there's a big, 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 big problem because don't send sex tapes to anybody's family. Don't talk to her mom about your sex life ever. Like, why? What are you doing, my dude? You supposedly loved her and wants her to be your wife. Why would you go and just trash her reputation in your mind? You're an absolute piece of trash. I don't think, like, seriously, dude, I'm just mad. I'm so mad. So mad about it. I'm so mad that, once again, he thinks he's in the right here. It's so frustrating.
I should not show it to her mother because, you know, it will be disrespect of her. So I deleted it right away.
Okay.
Okay. And I have a proof that I deleted it.
Okay. Now, your testimony is that you've never physically harmed Miss Lalani. Is that correct?
Correct.
You didn't scratch her.
No.
You've never put your hands on her neck.
Never.
Okay. You've never raped her.
Never.
But you also testified that a person who wants babies and who is married can't be raped.
I never said that.
Yes,
What you
did.
said.
Sir, I heard your testimony a little earlier.
But that's not what I meant. She said she wants to have babies. So how she's going to have babies unless she don't have sex with me? She's taking a different meaning out of it. That's not what I exactly said. She said, I was trying to prove you guys that I never had it. I never raped her because she always talked about having babies. So if I rape, I mean, why would a girl wants to get married and then have kids and then saying that I have been raped, you know? And I have a video that on the 22nd, she says she was raped. And on the 27th, she's not raped. She's happy to have sex with me, you know?
So now you do have the video.
I have to check the device, my computer,
Well,
because
you
on the
just
phone,
testified under oath. I have the video.
I have
Do
the
you or do
video,
you
but
not have the video?
I think I do have the video.
Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Just
Mr.
one?
Not from the phone, but not on the phone, but on the computer. When I recalled it, I said, yes, I have it on the computer.
Just one?
All my data is on iCloud, you know? So it was transferred to my computer, all my stuff, because recently I bought a new phone. So all my data and everything was transferred. As you can see, this is my new phone, and I don't have any video of her.
Okay. How many videos of the petitioner do you have anywhere on any device or all devices?
No, I only have one device that I'm using right now.
Okay, sir,
Yes.
listen to my question.
Yes.
You have a computer.
Yes.
I don't know whether it's a laptop or whether it's a desktop.
Desktop.
Okay. You have one.
Oh my God, he said desktop. He is from, oh my gosh. I watch a lot of scam baiting videos. But this guy's a POS beyond that. Guys, we're gonna let this continue playing, but please, it's a med check right now. That means if you take meds, check on taking them. If you don't, come into the chat and tell us what that's like. Also, go ahead and like that video by clocking for your shift by liking that video, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. You can be in the 2K club.
Or two phones, however many devices you have, what is the total of any videos that you may have of the petitioner?
So on this phone, I don't know. I mean, I don't have it for sure, but on the computer, I have to check.
How many would you estimate that you have?
One probably.
How many pictures?
Pictures, nude or the wedding?
Nude.
Nude, like everything is all backed up. So I have to check and see what's there. I have to open it.
50, 100?
Nude photos and the video she sent me, they were total of less than 50, I would say.
Okay, more than 30?
Yes.
Okay. And you believe they're all on your hard drive on the computer?
Yes, most likely, because I backed up my phone because I was switching to a new phone.
All right. I just wanted to try and clarify it for myself.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Rahman.
And just to be clear, the iCloud or the cloud can be accessed on any device, any smart device. Correct?
I'm not sure about that.
So just for example, my iCloud can be accessed on my phone, on my computer, on my iPad, on my phone, it's on my watch, etc. Are you saying, are you a computer? What is your career, sir?
Right now I have no job. I have no career.
What type of job do you qualify for?
To work on a restaurant.
So you have no degrees or experience working with computers, is that correct?
No.
Okay. All right. Now, moving on to when you were served. You said that you have a text message from an officer. You were served in Texas with this protective order, is that correct?
I was served, yes.
And that officer messaged you, and I believe that you went and picked up the papers. They told you that there were some papers there for you to get, and you went and got them. Is that correct? Or did they come to your home?
They came to my home, they put a notice, and I was out of town. And when I came back, I realized, the sticker on the thing, and I called the officer, and because there was also a phone number there. And I called the officer, and then he did not respond. So I texted him, and then he called me right back, and then he said he has a paperwork, And I said, okay, I will pick it up.
Okay, and you went and picked it up on May 23rd.
Yes, May 23rd.
Okay, and you read through the paperwork, is that correct?
Yes.
And you understood after reading through the paperwork that you were to have no contact or communication with Miss Lalani, is that correct?
No, I was not completely clear because I thought this was just the a notice that was supposed to given to me. I didn't know completely,
You didn't notice the judge's signature and that at the top it said order?
Because that's why I asked her in the previous court that am I supposed to contact her when she was having the video call with me. I asked her that is this currently active, because I wasn't sure that, because the issue, it has not been issued yet. That's why we are here for, right? But then she informed me that it's already been issued. And then, so I don't understand that if it's already been issued, so then why are we here today? I mean,
I explained that about 2 hours ago, that this was a temporary order that was entered on that date by another judge. And today we're hearing whether or not there's sufficient evidence for me to extend it for 12 months from today's date.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
Okay.
The first one was done after hearing only from one party. That the law allows that in family violence, domestic violence cases. But we have to have the hearing within 30 days because it prohibits you from doing certain things. And because you were supposed to be restrained under that order, that's why we have this hearing after you've had notice. And that's why we're having the one today to determine this is your due process to determine whether or not that one should have been issued or not issued.
Okay. So I was just a little confused about it. Thanks for explaining me this.
Okay.
Okay.
In that ex parte, that emergency protective order that was issued on May 11th, the judge initialed, there's 12, 13, and 14. There's 3 paragraphs. Number 14 says that respondent, that's you, is ordered not to have any contact, direct, indirect, or through another person with the petitioner by telephone, fax, email, or any other means of communication, except as specified in this order. That's on page 3, number 14. So you admitted and acknowledged that you did send a WhatsApp message to Miss Lalani on May 28th. Is that correct?
I sent it to people in my family group, and she was part of it. And it sent all of them. As soon as I realized, I deleted, especially first message from her, and then the rest.
So you did realize that you were not supposed to have contact with her?
No, I realized that I sent her by mistake, and I'm not supposed to send her any messages because we whether it's TPO or not, we are not talking anymore. So I deleted it right away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You're very, is it safe to say that you're very upset that Miss Lalani is in a relationship with this gentleman, Vinay?
I was, but not anymore. I was upset, and anybody will get upset. If your husband cheats on you, obviously you'll get upset. If he sleeps with another woman, obviously you're going to be upset, right? What kind of question is that?
Sir, just answer the question.
Yes.
You're not going to argue.
Yes, I was upset that my wife cheated on me, and she's...
Oh, you're such a little bitch. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was literally on the porch grabbing something. Oh my God, MB, thank you. Oh, let's go back and listen to that little, I swear to God, I think I hear violins. I do. Do I hear miniature violins playing somewhere? Let's go back and listen to that again. About how he doesn't care.
His talk, I was.
All right. You're very, is it safe to say that you're very upset that Miss Lalani is in a relationship with this gentleman, Vinay?
I was, but not anymore. I was upset, and anybody will get upset. If your husband cheats on you, obviously you'll get upset. If he sleeps with another woman, obviously you're going to be upset, right? What kind of question is that?
Sir, just answer the question.
Yes.
You're not going to argue.
Yes, I was upset that my wife cheated on me, and she's kissed him and hugged him and had sexual relationship with him previously and now. Yes, I was upset, but not anymore.
Okay, Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness.
Not anymore at all. I'm totally over it. You are the literally worst liar. You should have got a lawyer, dude. I don't know why you didn't. You had time. You got a one continuance to get a goddamn lawyer. You think with making so many phone calls, you would have, like, seriously, I bet right now, if I phoned 100 lawyers in Georgia, I could get somebody to come to a hearing quick.
All right. Anything else from either side?
Your Honor, I would like to have some brief argument if I don't know if he wants to have any argument, but.
Okay, you may proceed.
Judge, very briefly, I know this has been a spirited and long hearing, and so I'll keep my comments brief. But the statute for family violence, of course, requires that there is a relationship between the parties. These parties, by both parties' admission, had a relationship, a sexual one, and potentially a marital relationship as well. My client testified about repeated incidents of abuse that are defined in the family law statute of the DV statute, including but not limited to false imprisonment, battery, and assault. She testified to him hitting her, choking her, raping her, and it is very clear from his testimony that he doesn't believe that consent can be withdrawn with respect to sex. Unfortunately, I have experience with people like this who believe that once you're married, that's carte blanche consent to have sex whenever you want. That if you were children, you can have sex whenever you want, and that's just not true. Married people are raped all the time by their spouses. And so, frankly, I found his testimony to be quite offensive, and just frankly, his behavior today has been abusive and harassing in front of the court. And so I'm worried about my client and what would happen outside of the purview of this court. It is clear that he has admitted to violating this order. If he were here in a courtroom present today, I would ask that he be arrested for violating this order. He admitted to it. That was just one violation. There were others as well. This man has no respect for the court's orders. Frankly,
pardon me for interrupting, but when you say there were others, the ones that he has documented actually did precede the service.
The email did, Judge, but not the, so the April 11th message that we now saw, that was perhaps my misunderstanding because I saw the date, but there was one other, really quickly.
It was a lie, not a misunderstanding.
Okay, sir, be quiet.
Okay.
The only other evidence that
The adults are talking, sir. You can go ahead and just shush for a couple minutes, okay?
Matt, just asking you specifically which other dates were in fact post-service.
The audio recording that we presented, my client testified that I believe was on the 25th of May. And then there was the WhatsApp message that was on the 28th.
Okay, so total of 2.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I just want to make sure I knew what number.
Yes, Judge.
He said one was by mistake. He immediately deleted. So the only other one that was not deleted was an audio message sent to a third party that ultimately got to your client.
Correct. And Your Honor,
an indirect contact.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I just wanted to summarize so I knew which ones you're talking about. Thank you. Go ahead.
Absolutely. There was one also, I just want to remind the court of one other incident which happened in open court, well, on Zoom court at the annulment hearing. And I believe that I did speak with the attorney, Miss Lalani's attorney in the annulment, and she did say that the judge notated that she asked Mr. Savani to stop speaking directly to Miss Lalani due to the protective order. So I believe that that is part of the court record, that there was also a violation on that date. That was last week, Judge. And so again, I would just like to respectfully offer to the court that I believe that this man has no respect for court orders. He's admitting and acknowledging on the one hand that he read the paperwork and that he knows that it says that he's not supposed to have contact with her. And yet he also is admitting that it was a mistake that he did. We are also have heard some pretty damaging testimony about these nude photos and videos. And I would certainly offer that as emotional abuse. I know that that is a little bit outside of the purview of the domestic violence statute, but certainly it is harassing, coercing, and quite emotionally disturbing for my client, who is very worried about her safety, as she said, physical safety, as well as her dignity and emotional health moving forward. So we respectfully ask that this court order a 12-month order, and if Your Honor finds that he has violated the ex parte, that you would consider extending that 12-month order for longer as well.
Well, one point regarding allegations of emotional abuse, standing by itself, you're correct, maybe outside our purview, coupled with allegations of physical and verbal, then it's all one package. So it's not 100% out of our purview, but standing alone, yes, it would be. All right. And I have no authority whatsoever at this date. Even if I found there was a need to, I have no authority at all to extend it to even a 3-year order as requested. That will have to be done at some point. If an order is entered, it's recommended that petitioner file somewhere around the 10th month to show what has occurred during that initial period in order to justify that. So I can't do an extra long one today if I do one at all.
Understand, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right, sir, this is time for a very brief argument. You don't have to go through everything that you've already told me. I've got a pretty good memory of what both sides have presented to me, but you're allowed to tell me why you think I should not grant the order.
One thing I forgot to mention is that she said that I violated the order of protection when I was talking to her a few days ago in the annulment case. So this is a false accusation on me. I was calling a God's name, okay? Because my father is Hindu and my mom is Muslim. So I believe in both gods, Muslim gods and Indian gods. So I was calling upon God and I said Hanuman, just in myself, with my mouth. And she thought I was talking to her. So
okay.
There's nothing I can do about that.
All right, that's fine. Go ahead.
If I say Har Mahadev today,
move on. I said I understand. Move on, please.
Okay. Now, as far as the messages sent to her on the I'm not sure what date it was that I deleted it. It was a mistake because she was added into my family members on WhatsApp.
Okay, I got it.
So it wasn't, and I deleted right away. I did not contact her after that or during that time. So I was also a little confused because I didn't have a lawyer, right? So I was a little confused about this order of protection or whatever TPO. So I was not 100% sure. And I thought this was just the order of protection that doesn't allow me to go nearby, or maybe it's not completely been given. So I was a little confused. That's why when I was having the conversation with her in the last court date, I asked her that hasn't been this been issued, and she said yes. So I was still confused about that. And regarding the recording that she's saying that I sent to her boyfriend, I did not mention her name. I was just talking to him. There was a 15 minutes video audio, and I have not asked him to tell Namisha that. So she's blaming on me, So I don't know what else to say.
All right. The court, having heard evidence presented by both parties in the form of oral testimony, as well as some documentary evidence having been presented to the court, some of which does not support the allegations that were made in the petition, but some of which does. It doesn't require that each and every item that they've alleged be factually correct. But if some of them are believed by the court to be correct, then I can issue a 12-month order, which is what I will be doing. It is a 12-month order, sir, that just prohibits you from having any contact whatsoever, direct or indirect, with the petitioner. So if you have group texts, group emails, whatever you have that have the petitioner's name in it, I suggest you get rid of those today and form a new group. any contact that you may have with her in the future could be considered a felony under Georgia law, stalking, which is punishable by up to 10 years in prison and or a $10,000 fine. Do you understand that? Sir, do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you were on mute when I asked that. I apologize. All right. The respondent is also ordered, you have to stay 100 yards away, minimum of 100 yards. You come within 100 yards, you're subject to arrest for misdemeanor or felony charges. You are prohibited. There's also a criminal statute in Georgia that prohibits the unapproved or authorized release of sexual content, pictures, videos, whatever, of a third party, another party, without their permission. And apparently that is at least under investigation, is what I understood previously. Whether it's happened or not, distribution or publishing means sending them even to a third party. It doesn't mean sending them to a porn site. It's not limited to that. It's if you send it to friends, family, strangers, whoever, that is a distribution, and that will be prohibited under this order. So if they find content out there at any time, you could be subject to contempt of court. You could be subject to criminal charges. Do you understand?
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you're there in Texas. They may,
Correct.
well, I bet you Texas has a similar law as well. So wherever you are, pretty much in the United States, that it is possible to occur if you were to violate this order. Do you possess or own any guns, any firearms?
No.
Okay. You are prohibited under federal law during this 12-month order from possessing or owning any firearms or even applying for a license.
Oh, apply. Okay.
If you apply for one, then that is also a violation under federal law, and you can be prosecuted in federal court for that.
Okay.
Okay, is there any part of, or in addition, Mr. Ellis is here. He is listed on the Zoom here as compliance officer. And there will be a part of this order that will require you to attend family violence intervention program. And he will explain all details for that. I realize there's some geography issues, but I'm sure it's not the first one that he's had to deal with if you are now living in Texas. So he will be speaking with you in just a few minutes to get some basic information so that y'all can go over that as to what your requirements will be under that program.
What is the program called again? I'm sorry.
Family Violence Intervention Program. And he is our compliance officer. Compliance officer means that he is keeping check to make sure you do what you're supposed to do under the order. And if you fail to do it, then you are also subject to contempt of court for failing to do what you're supposed to do under this order. Do you understand?
Now, how long is this program for?
24 weeks.
Okay.
And he, like I said, he will give you all the details on that as to how that works. But I just wanted to introduce you. It's Mr. Ellis. He will be talking with you in just a minute. They're going to put you in a breakout room just to go over that basic information.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone have any questions about the order that I'll be entering? I will enter it hopefully this afternoon and perhaps file it with the clerk's office by this afternoon, but they will only distribute voluntarily the copy of the order to the petitioner. So Mr. Savani, if you want a copy of it, which I strongly suggest that you do, all you have to do is email the clerk's office and they will answer that request with a copy of this order.
Okay, Your Honor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So she said I twist her harm or killed her and I threatened her to kill her and stuff. All this has been proven. So why do we need to take this?
Sir, we just had a hearing.
Yeah.
I deemed some of her evidence to be credible and supportive of the allegations that she made. Not all of them. You countered some of those allegations with evidence yourself.
But the evidence was
there is sufficient evidence. It only takes one It only takes one item, if I believe that occurred, for me to enter this order. Many were alleged, not all were proven. It doesn't matter which ones, you're still under the same order.
So which evidence that she provided that I'm getting this order of protection? I mean, I never.
I believe that you made a picture of her in a coffin that would imply to anyone that they were dead. I believe that you communicated with her at least 2 occasions post-service. And I believe that you may have had that physical altercation as to the scar on her arm. I don't even, sir, I'm not going to sit here and itemize. There are too many.
Okay.
I've given you 4 or 5 that were sufficient for me to enter this order. I do believe that the volume of communications that you had, that alone was harassing in nature and sufficient for me. I mean, multiple. She's had to delete 75 numbers, I believe she said. You said I got 1 million. So that to me is all part of why I'm entering this order. Have a nice day. Talk with him, petitioner, counsel, interpreter. Everyone's excused except for Mr. Ellis is going to talk with Mr. Savani, and he'll be excused in about 5 minutes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank y'all.
Well, guys, I have another video for us to watch. That one was already giving me a slap from YouTube Daddy with the one. Yeah, anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. We're going to watch one other clip that I've got for you guys. It's funnier, it's lighter, but it is a little bit weird. It's also a judge that we haven't seen before, at least I haven't here. So just give me 1 second while I grab that up. It is not a posted video yet. You have not seen this. Not as far as I'm aware. Give me 1 moment. And I think.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you please help me get out of here, ma'am? Because I really want to get out of here.
Yeah, this is, it looks like you have a district court case that I don't have any control over, and it looks like there's not a setting for it. So
what does that mean?
You have a criminal matter pending in district court. This is the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. And I cannot deal with anything that the district court is doing. I can only deal with what's going on in municipal court.
Judge, so I can't get out of here?
Is this Rosa? Is this Rosa,
Yes.
Judge? Okay.
So I can't get out of here, ma'am?
On the cases that you have pending here in municipal court, I am going to release you, but I have no control over the case 23 CR 569 that you're currently setting in there also.
What's that one over though?
Well, the cases that you have pending in municipal court are basically traffic matters.
Okay.
And the prosecutor is here. And I was hoping that maybe you could speak to him, see what their offer is, and maybe resolve this so that you
because
can
I'm losing
pay
my
more
job at
attention
the
to
moment.
the criminal case.
Because I'm losing my job at the moment and everything. I'm losing
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Well, like I said, we might be able to resolve this today. Even if we can't resolve the case that's in municipal court today, I am going to let you out on these cases in municipal court.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, but I'm hoping that we can resolve them. Then you don't have to worry about them anymore.
Okay.
You
Awesome.
might
Thank
owe
you so
some
much.
fines or something, but
Okay. Thank you so much,
all
ma'am.
right. All right. So what you need to do is tell Mr. Doyle that
Who's
gave
that?
you the headphones that you
Okay,
want to
okay.
be put in a breakout.
I want to be put in a breakout. Okay.
Normally,
don't
I
think
would
he's
zoom ahead
understanding
here.
that he's not going to get out today because he still has that.
Yeah, because
And that's what he's thinking.
they just filed that because there's no setting at all.
So he thinking that if he take care of this, he gonna get out, but he's not.
I told him I told him.
He's not. He gonna be mad.
Well, that's not my problem. All right, I'll tell him again, so he knows, but. Because I didn't write down what the case was, what his ugly charges over there are.
It says possession of drugs, opium.
Some drugs, ma'am. It's gonna be a little bit before he gets out.
Yeah, he got a $5,000 surety. So
good luck to him. Yeah. Well, and even if he can go diversion, he's still got to get a lawyer to get that done. That's going to be at least 3 weeks.
Oh,
easy. Just before he gets a lawyer, which is crazy town over there. But I'm not in charge of it. So.
Like I was saying, I was gonna skip ahead, but sometimes you miss the juicy parts when you do. Like right there.
Hello. So, ma'am.
Okay, were you able to resolve anything?
Yeah, he said he'll give me time to pay my fines when I go back to work. They'll give me time to pay for the court and for the court fine, and then my other fine. It's just like $100 and something.
Okay,
So
is
Judge,
that correct,
we've
Mr.
agreed,
Poole?
so Judge, what we've agreed to is that the city's agreed to dismiss the stop sign ticket, and Mr.
Yes.
Roses has agreed to plead guilty to the driving without a driver's license. So that's an $150 fine plus $53.50 in court costs. So his total fine will be $203.50.
Okay. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want you to understand that although this, go ahead.
I won't be able to get out today.
No, because you have the criminal matter that was filed with the district court 23 CR 569.
When was this made?
That I don't have that information.
I've never had a criminal record. I've never had a criminal record. This is my first time ever being arrested.
Okay. Well, when you get assigned a lawyer, you can talk to him about that, but I have nothing to do with that. And you should be seeing a judge probably later today, maybe.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. So if that's what you want to do,
I want to figure out this. I want to figure out this. I want to get out, man. I want to get out,
okay,
bro.
well, on these cases out of municipal court, you're out. Okay. And I'll set your payment. It's going to be, because he wanted to give you time to pay. So I'll give you till July 25th at 1 o'clock. So hopefully you can get those paid. If you are out and you haven't paid them, you need to come to court in municipal court July 25th at 1.
You think I want to be in here till July?
No. I don't know if you are or not. I'm just saying you need to come to court.
I haven't had no criminal record. That's what I don't understand about none of this. I don't understand none of this. I mean, I've never been through any of this. I've never had any criminal record. I've never really sat in front of a judge in a jail cell. I've never been in a jail cell. This is my first time ever being in this jail cell. I've never been arrested for any kind of criminal activity.
I understand. And you will probably be visited with a judge in the district court on your criminal case, and you can discuss your release at that time. All right.
All right.
So your new court date for municipal courts, July 25th at 1, if you haven't paid it all off.
If
All
I
right?
talk to a bondsman, will they bond me out?
I believe you have a surety on your bond that's for the criminal matter, and so you can talk to him about that.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
You can tell Mr. Doyle you're done.
I'm done.
Mr. Graham, Judge.
Glad I got to see that guy's tonsils. Hello, Mr. Graham.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Yeah. I note here, you've got, this is the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's a number of cases that you have pending. Most of them are traffic related.
Yes, ma'am.
I do note, however, that on some of them, the public defender had been appointed to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't know, because we don't have a public defender as of yet. We don't have a lawyer to represent you. So I'm going to have to continue your cases out. Or if you wish to waive your rights, we can maybe have you talk to the prosecutor and resolve this stuff and be done with it. And you just owe some probably fines and costs.
Okay, let's do that.
But I just want you to understand that no matter what, if you can resolve it or not, I'm going to release you out of jail. Okay. So if you hear the deal from Mr. Khalil and you don't like it, or you think maybe you need the public defender will help you,
yes, ma'am,
then we'll do that. But I'm still going to get you out. All right.
Okay.
I'm just kind of trying to help you not have to come to court if we can resolve it today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Will this be for my KCK and my
It's only for the Kansas City, Kansas stuff, and that's a seatbelt. There's a couple registrations, a driving while suspended, failure to appear, another driving while suspended, and a no insurance. And most of this comes out of cases that are pretty old, 2008 and 2018.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, understand, I don't think Mr. Khalil is going to ask for any more jail time for you. I know you've been in for a little bit. I do note also you have a traffic matter in district court that I have no control over.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Can may I just go ahead and have the attorney?
The public defender?
Yes, please.
Absolutely. Okay, then what I will do is you'll be OR'd out today.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm going to continue the case, and it's going to be a ways because we don't have a public defender right at this minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to go to August 29th at 1.
Okay.
That's just our traffic court day. And don't miss court, or you're going to get another,
yes, ma'am.
It'll just cause you more strife. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. So August 29th, that's what your bond paperwork will say. So make sure when you get out, make sure you mark that on your calendar to be here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Baskin, Judge.
Wow. Quite the interesting judge. Wouldn't you agree? I was a little taken aback. Part of what I originally fell in love with about Zoom court is that you get to see the behind the scenes of the judges when they're talking to the lawyers, when they sort of forgot they were being watched. And that was originally mostly during the heyday of Zoom court, but it's also for those courts that stream like continuously, it seems to be more of a thing. I don't like to catch people out. That's not why I like to do it. I just really enjoy the little nuances and the minutia of court. For any of you that don't know, my name is Kitchen Court Cases. This is my kitchen, and we watch court in it. I'm Canadian, so I live in Canada. I don't even live in the States, but I watch all day court all the time. And I love it. So if you are new here or you're watching for the first time, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe so that you can come to another one of my videos. I cover a variety of content that changes based on how I feel in the moment. And if you ever have something that you'd like me to cover, you can always come to the discords that I'm part of. I don't have my own because I'm not responsible enough for that. Barely responsible enough to have my own damn YouTube channel. Anyways, I appreciate all of you being here. We've had a lovely stream. It's been 3 hours. Went by like that, if you can imagine. And I do appreciate you guys being here. I think it's really important to remember when we talk about and we watch hearings like the one that we did before, that we need to be aware that this happens in and amongst our community, in young people, older people, married people, not married, everything. Okay. And so the lesson that I want is really to be taken away from that is it's not bad to share intimate images of yourself. It is bad to blackmail somebody and distribute them without their permission. And again, we need to be flipping the script about what's so wrong. He tried really hard to make it about her and her bad acts. No, my dude, that's not how that works. And that's not what the American justice system is about. And it's not what I'm about. You know, I'm like, if I met this dude at a fucking party, I swear to God. Oh, man. I'm a bit of a party pooper. I'm like, I just ruin parties because I'm like, I would just argue the shit out of it. I would get right down to it. And that's just the way it goes. So anyways, also, I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to remember, but I don't know. It's just not appropriate to share other people's stuff. It is appropriate to share my videos using the like button or the share. But, I'm well aware that most people that watch this content don't have a lot of friends that they can share it with that aren't already in this community. I get that. People think I'm crazy too, so don't worry about it. What I prefer is if you leave a comment or, come to the lives. I really love that. I love hanging out with you guys. Best. I think we're going to do word games tomorrow night. Pretty sure. We do word games here sometimes. There's a lot going on often. But anyways, you guys, I so appreciate you being here. The kitchen is clean. I haven't messed it up yet. This is good news. It's still light outside. I want you to have a wonderful evening. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Larry Beaver says subscribe to Kitchen Court Cases.